Hold on, Jeff. SFO Sox fan hit the nail right on the head. Yeah, that is pretty much. For the record, Jeff and I just spoke for about 3 minutes before we realized we had not actually hit the go live button yet.
We've been doing the show. Thankfully, Chris noticed that people in the draft or in the chat were wondering. Yes, we've been doing the show for 3-4 minutes. So,
hey, you guys have to.
All right, time to start over. Welcome everybody to another Thursday edition of Blabbin Bout Slabbin. I don't even know what we were talking about. You missed our great song. Of course, we played our theme song. Good evening, everybody. We just
squeeze it in at least 3 more times, Jeff.
We went to a show this week, and the Burbank show will now be known as the West Coast Card Show going forward, I believe.
That is correct. Yeah, I gave Jeff a quick sort of compliment, and no one heard it. So it's like if a compliment, is said and no one's listening, is it really a compliment? But so Jeff and I hit the Burbank show for like 2 days over the weekend, and God bless Jeff, he still was. There's no stopping him. By Wednesday, he was back at the Burbank card shop. Like, just that itch will not scratch,
Yeah, I was in and talked to Rob, asked about the new shop. It sounds like they've got a lot going on. They bought a lot of cards at the show. We know some people that sold cards, but they bought 13 triple shoes of slabs alone at the show, apparently. So they got a lot of sorting and processing to do.
They do. I don't know if calling it the West Coast Card Show is really going to affect much. It was always interesting. It had kind of an Angels feel to it. It was the Burbank Card Show in Anaheim.
Yes. And the other time it's twice a year show. The other one's in Ontario. So it's I feel like the name was a little bit confusing for people that weren't out here. Yes, Brewers win again. Churio making a little run for that Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. All right. So I got a note in the comments there. My microphone sounded like it was off. I just went into my settings, and hey, it was off.
Well, we know Filmington is the king of all things microphone, so he would know.
Well, when it comes to a man who wants this type of shape by his mouth, Filmington is usually who I listen to. But he also sold me this microphone, this used high-quality microphone. But I think, does it sound different now, Jeff?
It does. You're coming through loud and clear.
All right, good.
But before we get to the show, I got back from Wisconsin recently, and a couple things I brought back that I wanted to show. In fact, I brought this back for you, Chris, but I keep forgetting about it. So as we've talked about before, we don't just collect baseball cards. Our friend Scotty B collects Halloween villages, and Chris collects some magnets. So I brought this magnet back for you.
I like it. Drink Wisconsin Blee.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. Perfect for this kind of show.
Awesome.
So I brought that for you. And I also found what I believe might be the first repack. I found this in my basement at my parents' house. Check this thing out. Filmington, you'll appreciate this since you deal in wax. Look at this. It's a card cane.
Oh, wow.
So look, we got some baseball in there, some triple play. It actually, if you can see here, it also includes some open cards. There's like a stack of cards right in the middle there, and a bunch of wax. You got some Stadium Club 92.
Yeah, I see that like 92 tops. That looks like triple play. I thought was 93, but that Donruss looks like maybe 92 or 93.
Yeah, we got some Donruss there. And also this little case. Place your favorite star card here. So this is sealed. Wow. Now, you can see the price tag on here. Original purchase price of $14.99.
Yeah, that hasn't aged well.
No, but they got Topps Kids. Look at that set.
Wow, that is some terrible Photoshop on the front there to put someone's face on that player. That's creepy looking. I don't like it.
Yeah,
a cartoon with a human face. Unsettling.
So anyways, maybe we'll have to open some of this. Look at Stadium Club basketball from 92, 93.
There's some good comments here, Jess. SFO Sox fan says the cane was scanned, and Peep says get the scanner out. Scan that right now.
All right. Well, and Phil, if you want to use this idea for your box, send it maybe a Christmas theme. You can take this idea, but maybe someday we'll have to crack this open. Scan it first, though, of course.
Absolutely. And who knows what could be in that triple play pack, Jeff?
Yeah. Oh, Forbidden Donut. Yeah, this is a good idea. Get it wrapped up.
Yeah, what's the pop on that, do you think? It's got to be low.
Got to be low. Many of them. It's no rookie explosion box, but there's got to be some. What, Brian Taylor maybe in there? Yeah.
Professor's Dugout with a pretty good point here. That candy cane, still cheaper than a single pack of a lot of current products, and he's not wrong.
No, still cheaper and worth less.
Yeah, if possible.
All right. Yeah. So the Burbank show. Where do we start with this?
Well, the Burbank show was fun. Yeah. We talked about it on Spitball and Cards as well. It's just like a mix of everything. There was a lot of, unfortunately for Jeff and I, there's a lot of football, basketball. Well, Jeff was fine with basketball. A lot of Formula One, a lot of Pokemon, a lot of soccer. Yeah. Which is actually, when there's 500 tables, like we've said before, sometimes it's nice to just be able to skip a few and kind of re-angle your head back up as your neck starts to cramp.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what I would have done if they were all tables of cards we wanted to look at. That would have been tough. So, well,
we did see a decent mix of cards we like. We saw some surprising gold minteds, Soto 19, an Ohtani rookie. I did see a couple Ohtani SSPs, a couple Gatorade baths. A lot of 2023 gold mirror SSPs were mixed in places. So it's cool to see that stuff get some floor space at a big show.
Yeah, after I left, Chris sent a picture, and I wish I had been there because I would have scooped up that Magic Johnson card.
In hindsight, I kind of wish I grabbed it too. It's just such a cool card. You never see it. But
yeah, it was the card, the Magic Johnson card where he's walking out for his first pitch at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, 2020 update, like SSSP. I think it's 3 S's.
Yeah, 3 S's.
Yeah, Cardaholic. I heard this from a lot of people that there was just too much Pokemon, but I mean, there's a lot of collectors out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's too much for me, maybe, but at the same time, it was like those tables seemed pretty busy when we were there.
Yes, they definitely did, and it allowed me to get.
Yeah, Ben, you're right. You always got to grab the Johnson, Chris. I feel like I missed out on that memo.
Right? I mean, how many opportunities will we get? I was excited because of all that Pokemon stuff. I was able to meet this guy.
Yeah. Is that a Pokemon character?
Jeff, I really didn't get his name. I did have to move a couple kids aside to get this picture. I believe it's called Bear Tiger, Tiger Bear something. I don't know.
Yeah, it looked vaguely like the bear in
Toy Story 3, right?
Or yeah, that's what I first thought when you sent it, and then I realized it wasn't all purple.
Yes, less murdery. But that thing was kind of fun. The whole the vibe was good. There were some dealers that we talked to, we were able to work with. Other dealers no one talks about my quads though, Jeff. They talk about yours instead. Some dealers were willing to kind of negotiate. A couple that unfortunately had 2 cards Jeff and I really wanted were just really stuck in the mud. We bought a bunch of stuff to sell in case we saw something that we really, really wanted, including an Ohtani Bowman Chrome Auto in a 10 and a PSA 10. That was like our number one goal. And there was one there. It was stickered at $18,000. The last sale was $11,700. And there was one up for bids while the show was going. There was one up for bids. So we talked to the guy and we offered we had enough in our box. We could go cash out at Burbank if we needed to. Yeah. We offered him, I went up to 12 in cash and he said, there's no way he's selling it for less than 15 and that the one up for bids was going to go for 20. So we just, you walk away at that point. And the one up for bids sold for 12.8, I think.
Yeah. On eBay. Chad, so it's hard to really know because that was primarily who we were looking at. Chris might have a little better idea. The prices on everything seemed kind of high, I guess.
I mean, yeah, when we talk about other than Ohtani, Soto, and Judge were prices down. I would say the other most tempting card I think Jeff would probably agree on this. One dealer had the 2019 update Guerrero SSP, holding up the ball in a PSA 10, and it was marked at $2,250, which is pretty close to the last eBay comp. And I feel like if you really wanted that card and you offered him $2,000 cash, $1,900 cash, I bet there was some room there, but we weren't there for that card. So I looked at it, but another guy had the same card, but the one with the sticker auto.
Yeah.
So there's like 5 of those. I think it's the rumored number. They're unnumbered, but I think there's 1 at PSA and there's maybe 1 or 2 at BGS. His was a BGS 9 and it was marked at 2K. And I really, honestly, I started looking at our box and I'm like, that's a really cool Guerrero card. Man, I was tempted to like maybe try to sell a Devers or 2 and go back and pick up that Guerrero auto card.
And speaking of Guerrero, there was that gold Bowman Chrome Guerrero as well that seemed reasonable, I guess, almost. I
mean, compared to where it was, I think that was stickered at like 9,500, and I'm pretty sure that card was comfortably selling in the 20s, during 2021, heading into 2022. But yeah, as far as other prices, we saw some interesting trades. One of which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But
yeah,
another card Jeff and I were really interested in was the a guy on Instagram, Tail the Whale. If you follow him on Instagram, made a trade with another Instagram handle that we like, 7th Inning Stretch, who had a table there, and he had some really great stuff. We watched them make a trade, and 7th Inning Stretch ended up with a gold Devers, a Bowman Chrome rookie gold auto, and a 2012 Topps Chrome Bryce Harper red refractor auto in a BGS 8.5.
Yeah, that red was pretty stunning.
Yeah.
But it didn't last very long.
No, he put it out. I want to say he put it out for 6. Did he put it out for 6K? It was either 5 or 6K. And it was, again, Jeff and I were like, wow, we didn't come here for that. But that's pretty cool. Is it nuts to sell Soto to buy Harper? Is it nuts to, we had some Freeman. We could sell a couple Freeman and go after that Harper. We talked about it for like 5 or 10 minutes and we went back and it was gone.
Yeah.
And I talked to him about it. He said it just didn't last. But that's a really cool card. Off-centered is all hell, like the 2011, 2012, all those color autos are. But so cool to see, like, it was 6,000. Thanks, Isaac. It's so cool to see a card like that just kind of pop up.
Yeah. Silver Fox, we didn't bring that many. We had enough to fit in a box. So Chris and I both had a backpack.
Yeah.
Neither of us felt comfortable carrying a big case around there, like that you have to have it in your hands, because I just would worry about setting it down or trying to see something else. We saw people struggling with cases, and we just didn't want to deal with it. So not too many cards. We tried.
It was in a big venue, so there was space, but still, you don't want to be lugging around like a carry-on luggage or something with you at this show. Like it really gets in the way. And I need a free hand for my beer, Jeff.
Yeah, that's true. Free hand for the beer or to look at the other cards. I just feel like you'd set the box down and be looking at cards and then forget about the box, or the box would grow legs and walk away. So just backpacks for us.
Yes. Jeff, Jeff, man, I've attempted this name before. Bugenhagen. I like it. It's very like Scandinavian. I like saying it. Keep winning it. That's a really cool card. I saw one of those at the show. It was raw, and I saw it on Friday, and it was gone on Saturday. I love that image. I could pull one up if I don't want to actually give away. I mean, I will just say, I'll get that comment out of there. Keep winning.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah. So it's Norse.
Okay.
Correct.
Nice. Skull, I think, if I'm saying that correctly.
Thank you to all the folks that came up to us. We ran into quite a few people that watched the show, and we really appreciate you stopping and telling us how your show was going and that you like watching the channel. So that is much appreciated. We got to meet a lot of people, and some people that we've already met and know, and we only see them at shows like this. So that always makes it fun.
Yeah, it is cool to see what other people are there to buy, and when they've got we met a few people that had just found something they were really looking for, and they were all excited about it, and that's just really cool. I love seeing that. Like I met this kid that just picked up a Barry Bonds auto from, I want to say it was like 98 Donruss signature, and just a beautiful like full Bonds auto, not off the card, like just a fantastic card. And he was like giddy with excitement. So that's cool, because that's exactly how I feel sometimes when a bubble mailer arrives.
Yeah, and not only buy, but sell too. We met a couple people there. One of our good friends, Instagram friends, came to sell a lot, and he actually was pretty successful selling, Chris. There were tables set up just to buy, and they were advertising 85-90%, which usually is not the case. And he had some good cards, and he did say, Chris, at that table, ended up being about 90% that they bought.
For the good stuff. Like he sold some, like I think he had some Soto, Ohtani, and Judge, and they gave him about 90% on those.
Yeah, and then I know he also sold some at Arena Club. Arena Club was buying there. A lot of different repack places were buying. So it was fun to see what people were selling and what they're buying.
Yes, we actually saw 2 Instagram buddies of ours meet and make a deal themselves.
Yeah,
which is always pretty good. By the way, M. Parsons has a movie quote here, and Jeff has a stack of junk wax around him. So whoever can tell me what movie that quote is from, Jeff will open up a pack of your choice. Try not to cheat. It's a really great movie scene. Not really the same crowd as a baseball card crowd, but really great movie scene. I will show you. So at the show, I bought 1 card.
That stack I bought.
Oh yeah, look at that. That was one thing that was irritating to Jeff and I. We went there. We wanted to get some packs for our trivia prizes.
Yeah,
we're looking at like 90 leaf packs. We even thought about maybe some 89 upper deck packs, but that was one thing that I thought was the most egregiously overpriced. Where the older wax, Jeff, was nuts.
Yeah, it was like packs of 87 tops for $5 or $6.
Oh, okay. The first answer, the first person to get it right is Mr. Tanner Klein. Professor's Dugout, he just beat you. So
all right,
congrats,
Tanner. So, I've got some choices. What pack do you want me to open? By the way, I did extra work on that movie, Chris.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Ah.
So you see me in the background of the club a couple times. Next time you're
giving,
watching.
you and I'm gonna say I can't. Oh, you're picking up Ryan Gosling's scraps. That's what I was trying to get to.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yes. SFO Sox fan is Ben Baller considered?
Mr. Carell likes it very cold, so the stage was like 55 degrees, just so cold.
Wow.
Yeah, but some people you gotta make the star happy, right?
Yeah, the guy whose name is above the title, he gets to make decisions like that.
Yeah.
Yes, Ben Baller. It's not junk era wax, but it is junk wax. I'm sorry to say, because I think I see some behind Jeff. I don't mean to.
Yeah, no, I saw that before. Just expensive junk wax. All right, this is 92 Stadium Club.
Let's go for it.
Murph Dirt's asking again the quote. He missed the line, like the movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. The quote was "You're David Lindhagen," and then begins taking off rings.
All right. Oh, so they're
sorry, Murph Dirt 99. Oh, wow. Now, Jeff, before we look at these individual players, are they stuck together? Have they bricked?
They've not bricked. No.
Nice.
And I don't remember them having this. They're both being back to back, or
well, there's no image variation in there, sadly.
All right. So let's see what we got here. Hey, look at this great image to start.
Oh, that is awesome. I can't read that name though. Was that Wade Boggs?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a really badass card.
Yeah.
Stadium Club. I mean, man, if they had autos on these back then, how cool would that be?
And seeing that design reminds me of the current autos, like the Bobby Witt.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, and this is back when he was going by his.
Oh, we got a Rock Reigns.
Yeah.
Man, these are some great looking cards.
It's scanned. Yeah. So there's nothing good in here, but.
All right.
Older
Professor Dugout, I would say that's a pretty good trade-off. I think Crazy Stupid Love is very watchable.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Marissa Tomei is always great. The scene where Ryan Gosling throws Steve Carell's shoes like off the balcony at the mall always makes me laugh.
Yeah. Well, hey, Chris, there's a guy.
Oh, Kent Merker? No, Steve Avery.
Yeah.
Man, look how young he is.
And he was really 35 in this picture. Remember his first cards?
Yes.
Club membership.
That's what I love about our viewers and our commenters, the people in the chat, Jeff. There's no such thing as too much information. You know, we put it all out there.
Huh?
Some thick thighs on that gentleman.
Steve Decker.
Steve Decker. All
right.
This
is, back when they had a lot of body hugging, interesting pose.
Yeah, the face slapping is also hilarious. It's also worth noting. I did have a pair of New Balance sneakers actually when I saw that movie, and I haven't been able to buy a pair since. But do you think that Shohei Ohtani? This is an interesting question. Well, as Jeff goes through these cards, The movie Crazy Stupid Love shits all over New Balance sneakers, and it's fair. But Shohei Ohtani is now a New Balance spokesperson. So where do we see New Balance? Are they on the rise because of Ohtani, or are they still feeling the sting from Crazy Stupid Love?
Well, I think remember how many cards that were numbered 42, the players wore number 42 we had last week?
Yeah.
It all depends on the look of them, right? The typical dad, New Balance loafer sneakers. That's a rough look, but I can't see Ohtani wearing those.
No, and probably also it depends on what you're wearing and what you're doing while you're wearing it.
Yeah, if you're walking a card show, I'm telling you, that's probably the way to go.
I did see a lot of like fluffy New Balance sneakers. Fluffy's the wrong word, but you get what I mean. A little movie fight in the Forbidden Donut here, comparing Crazy Stupid Love to 27 Dresses, and M. Parsons having none of it.
Meaning that M. Parsons is a fan of 27 Dresses?
No, she's a fan of Crazy Stupid Love.
Okay.
I don't believe she's a fan of 27 Dresses.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, well then there you go. I mean, yes, New Balance is big with the baseball players. Oh, great question, David. I didn't mean to hit it yet. So I'm sorry, Professor's Dugout. It's interesting that shoes would help your back pain. Or brands, I mean.
Yeah, my mom has inserts that she's got to wear in her shoes. So I think she has New Balance plus these floating inserts that help her. So it must be like, I don't know.
All right, SFO Sox fan is going to add this. I do think, though, having looked at that card again, I'm pretty sure he's wearing a. No, he can't be. Not at that time. What team is he on in that photo, Jeff?
Okay, it looks like it's a Red Sox, but I'm trying to figure out when it's from.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking at this guy on the right. Well, this is a 92 pack. Yeah. I bet we could look for a home. We'll look for a walk-off in the 1991 season. I bet we can figure it out. That's an awesome card.
It is.
That would be really good to get, like, if Boggs is signing autographs, that would be a really cool auto.
Which I think he does. If you just buy him a chicken, he'll sign.
Or a beer at minimum, right?
Or beer. Yeah, it looks like they've got a black stripe around their sleeve. Maybe they were mourning a historic Red Sox player.
I like it. Silver Fox, I put this on my Instagram story today. Ooh, pardon me. That shot of Ohtani high-fiving Decoy over home plate, if that is not, I can't imagine they put it in Topps Chrome, and I don't think they'd use it as his golden mirror, but that's got to be his 2025 Stadium Club image variation. It has to be. It absolutely, there's no excuse to not use that shot.
I'm just kind of hoping Decoy gets his own card because he made that good run to the plate, right over home plate.
What they really could honestly do is take one of the crappy Dodger players like Chris Taylor, who inexplicably kept his roster spot while they cut Jason Hayward. That's a decision that I think we're going to talk about. The Dodgers will have to be talked about, or that decision will be talked about for the rest of the year. But they could take Chris Taylor if he has a Topps card next year and make his golden mirror Shohei's dog. I mean, who's going to complain about that?
No.
Besides Mrs. Taylor, maybe.
Yeah. I was wondering about this. I hadn't looked at Topps Now. I assumed it probably was a Topps Now card. Idiots for them not to do it. That probably would rival the basketball card for number of cards ordered.
I saw a conversation about this in the blowout, on the Ohtani blowout chat forum, I guess. They were absolutely like flabbergasted. There was no card. Someone said maybe Ohtani didn't let them use his dog, but his dog is in that MVP card.
Yeah, the dog.
So I don't know what Topps is doing.
They didn't want to pay the extra rights for the dog, I guess.
Yeah, we could have Decoy just play for Chris Taylor.
Yeah, like Pete Alonso and the polar bear, just have Decoy.
Yes. Okay. I picked up one card while at the Burbank show, which I'm happy to show you guys. I'm a little bit embarrassed by it because I complain about them so much, but I'd never seen an orange before. So this is his 2022 Topps Chrome, like SP image variation orange speckle, which
I saw you talking about it on Spitball, and I can't believe you didn't even give me credit for finding this card.
Yes,
and getting you over there.
Yes, and I shout out to Jeff, who I walked right by it, and Jeff spotted it.
There was a guy, I was looking at it, a guy was trying to give me the hard sell on it. I'm like, well, thanks, I'm not really interested, but I've got a friend who might be, and I don't think he believed I had a friend that might be interested.
He might not have believed you had a friend, Jeff.
Probably not.
It's a baseball card show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so shout out to Jeff. I appreciate it. Help me find that. So if anyone sees the red speckle of that card, please send it my way.
Yeah, we did get another card. Isaac's pointing that out. Do you have that handy?
Yes. Jeez. Yeah, we picked up this just fantastic tag card.
It is our first tag card.
Yeah, I will say the slabs feel good. I mean, I'm never going to send a card to them, but the slab feels good. It's just fun, like a little hologram, and a
little Disneyland in the background there. Celebration.
Yeah. Funny side story. If I could just go off on a brief tangent, I showed this to my wife, and I'm going to call this person her friend because she and I are no longer friends. But I showed them this card, and they both looked at it, and they're like, "Wow, Jeff looks really handsome on this." And I'm like, I'm also on the card. And so my wife's friend looks at it real close, really, really close, like she's inspecting it. And she's like,
a good view.
Wow. She's like, yeah, Jeff really does look good on this. So yeah. So kudos to Jeff for being very one of us is an actor who's appeared in movies.
I'm gonna have Tag do my next headshots then.
Yeah. Then the excuses came out.
Parsons.
Then the excuses came out. My wife was like, well, no, we're not saying. If we're just saying that the Jeff is used to taking headshots, so he's used to taking pictures. He knows what to do. And I'm like, you're just making it worse.
But
she's like, it looks like Jeff took the time to comb his hair.
And said, you guys both look great. That's what my wife said. So she couldn't
Jeff
tell the difference between us.
She also wasn't even looking at the card. I bet you held up.
Yeah, that's great. You both look good.
Yeah.
David, I believe it's a 1 of 1 now. So sadly, it's not for sale.
Yep. Got a lot of people asking if we're going to put a sticker auto on there. There will never be a sticker auto on there.
No, we could hard sign it. We could crack it open.
We could really sign it. Yeah. If we run out of packs for one of these trivia nights, Jeff, we could give it away.
Hey, look at this, this comment. I really appreciate this from Melissa. Thank you.
Oh, well,
this is Chad makes a good point. This reminds me, Chris, did you see the guy trying to sell the triple auto with Wander and Bobby Witt and J-Rod?
Yeah, and he covered the Wander with
tape. He put tape over the Wander Franco. And I said at that point, you just cut it off, send it to PSA, have them slab it as authentic, and you got 2 great autos on there.
Yeah, there you go. Chad, you're exactly right. That card reminds me of the Topps Heritage dual auto with Ronald Acuna and Christian Pache. That's pretty much where we are. And sadly, I think I know which one of those two I am. But anyway.
So the show was great. Before I forget, I do want to give a shout out to our friend Jake Shortprint today. We hung out with him at the show, and he was the only one bold enough to buy a box of wax to open. And in that wax, he pulled a card and gave it to me and my son. And that's this.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed an auto or relic, which means always a relic. But he got this Yelich napkin, and he graciously decided to donate it to our collection. So,
yes,
thank you, Shortprint, today.
All right, a couple quick questions in here. Jeff Bugenhagen, we do indeed have a P.O. box. If you just message Jeff on Instagram, my favorite cardboard, he can give that to you. Silver Fox, yeah. So I guess the hobby news for today was that Shohei Ohtani signed that exclusive deal with Topps. So he will no longer be signing any pajama cards if Panini continues to make pajama cards. No more Donruss, no more Upper Deck, none of that stuff. So Silver Fox asks, is this a big deal or is this just status quo? And I would say, as far as Jeff and I are concerned, this is pretty much status quo for us.
Yeah, one thing that this brings to mind is that case we saw at the show, Chris, the case of Ohtani's. So the fun thing about going to shows is you get to see cards you don't often see. We already talked about that trade that happened, but also there can be some cases that make you reevaluate your hobby life or your life in general.
Your entire life.
But there was a case there how many cards do you think were in there? It was all patch autos and patch autos of Ohtani, rookies, flawless, national treasures.
Yeah, at least 50 cards, at least 50, maybe more, because they were sort of they were stacked on top of each other.
Yes,
I don't even think it was just rookies too. Toward the back, I think it started to get non-rookies. But I mean, we're looking at this sea of Shohei Ohtani rookies and that have like, patches and swatches and all that stuff. And we're just like, how is there enough demand for any of this to maintain value? And like the closer you look, like Jeff said, you got your flaw, like the off-brand stuff. A lot of that's got sticker autos. So you just look at that and the number of on-card autos he's done, and now obviously will continue doing. You just have to, if you're in the market for an Ohtani auto, I know sticker autos might seem cheaper, but I just don't see how they hold value with the amount of this stuff that we saw at that show.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. In some ways it was nice because it reminded us that we are on the right track with where we're going in terms of trying to get cards that we think will hold value, and reminding us that there's going to be a lot of cards that probably aren't going to hold value.
Yeah, but it also was just like, you look at this and it was very easy. We both had some anxiety and had to go cocktail the anxiety away. But yeah, when you look at a table like that, you just like, what are we all doing? Like there's so much junk out there that's in this hobby. Here's the best player in the world, the most famous baseball player, maybe of all time. And here are 50 to 60 autograph cards of his with like piece of his jersey. And I would bet that not one of them is worth a couple $100 in 20 years.
Yeah, Solar Fox, we're not talking about the stuff that Teapot likes, which is the Dynasty, the licensed chunky patches.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't want to throw Teapot under the bus because I don't think he's even on board with this unlicensed.
No, the
stuff.
Dynasty stuff is great. Like that's on card. These are all like stickers and a bunch of booklets, that you would open up, and there's like a Nike swoosh and then an Ohtani sticker. And it's just like, man, there's a lot of stuff. But speaking of people finding things, JD, congrats on finding a Chief Bender card this weekend in Ogdensburg, New Jersey. Ogdensburg, that sounds like a fake. That sounds like a fake town. That sounds like one of the towns that had a monorail in the Simpsons. But I would like to take. Oh boy, hold on.
Was Jeff the one that was trying to get in contact?
Yes.
All right.
The image variation on that one. What's the image variation on that one? Oh, yeah. Professor Dugout, I think the next Burbank show, we'll do an image variation. We'll have to do like an action shot, or I don't know. Maybe we'll each bring a pet. We'll figure something out. Oh, wow. Forbidden Donut. This is hurtful.
Oh, man.
Jeff with Guy. And a lowercase G in Guy, too. I mean, that I feel like is just the final kick to the nuts on that one.
Guy. Jeff, I threw my email in there. I think you'll be able to see it. If you can see it, you can send me an email there.
There you go.
Chris, that reminds me, this is going to be very exciting to you, I believe. Remember a couple weeks ago on the show when we were talking about Spencer, and there was talk of somebody sending us a Spencer, but we didn't know if it was Torkelson
or Strider or Schwellenbach or.
Right. So our friend, and he look at this, is Air Canada, arrived from Air Canada this week.
Wow.
So it was a few cards in here. Like this.
Okay, that is a Torkelson. By the way, he's hit a couple home runs since they brought him back up.
But the big card in here, look at this. And I can't believe you just sent this to us. I know Chris is going to really appreciate this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that mustache. What an awesome card.
Look at that mustache.
So who sent that to us, Jeff?
So it's Pierce Spencer. I'm not sure what his name is on here. If you're here, Pierce, thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
That shine.
Abel in Vegas. I wouldn't rush into one. I still think the best Ohtani autos are going to be the first, 3 years, Jeff? 3 or 4 years with the original auto.
Before he changed the auto, for sure. I mean, maybe there'll be some memorable ones in Dodgers uniforms because Dodgers fans are going to buy them and want them. But if the prices are anywhere near what those early ones are, I can't imagine skipping those.
Yeah, no, I mean, maybe like a red ink if the image is cool out of Heritage, or if he has like a Yamamoto dual auto, something like that. But yeah, I'd keep going back. Find something with that original auto in it. Jorge's Cards. Hello, how's it going? ATL Jeff Black, Brian Snickers, he had some rough decisions today, I have to say. I'm not sure if they won or lost. I haven't bothered looking. That's not a good sign.
Cosmic Chrome leaked today, and I feel like no one's talking about it, JD. So you mean like the designs for it or the checklist? I think there was another release today. Wasn't Topps Pristine released today or yesterday or something? Another one of these sets that they don't need to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it. I don't know if I'd click on it. It's not a product I have any interest in. I'm sorry to say, JD. Yes, Cardaholic. I think M. Parsons responded with the correct Simpsons quote there. Well done, both of you. All right. Happier things, Jeff.
Oh, wait, there's a question for you, Chris.
Uh-oh.
From MT Packs. Speaking of finding stuff, Chris, can I send you a photo of a sports-related item someone was throwing out in my girlfriend's neighborhood? This sounds very interesting.
This sounds just vague enough. Yeah, please. Absolutely. 100%. I am. If you're on Instagram, just send that picture to at baseball card addict, and I'll pull it up, in the next few minutes and share it. That sounds highly questionable.
Make sure that it's YouTube appropriate, but yes. Stewie, I went to the Burbank show except for schlepping from Car Park 4. Sounds like you were pretty far away. Yeah, Chris and I actually decided to stay one night there, and it was at right across the street, basically, so it wasn't bad of a walk, thankfully.
Yes, 3 grown men shared a hotel room.
We did, yeah.
Everyone survived. It was fine.
And much cheaper than getting your own.
Yes. Very, very much so. And it helps when your bathroom floods and they move you to a nicer room and take some money off your reservation. That always helps.
Yeah, we did have a flooded bathroom. That was
A Plumberman is exactly right. Strider is too good for Topps Chrome.
Yeah.
Still, as another year went by, no Spencer Strider Topps Chrome card. I don't know.
You're saving. You think his first Topps Chrome card is going to be valuable, even if it's like a 6th-year card?
Would they still put the rookie cup on it, the gold cup on it? Because they never gave him the gold cup Chrome card.
First Chrome. They got to have a first Chrome logo,
right? I did want to just since that was brought up, I wanted to ask you what you all think in terms of collectability. There's a card in 2024 Topps Chrome that I'm really intrigued by. Because it doesn't make any sense that it exists. It shouldn't exist. Like there's absolutely no reason for it to be. And yet it exists. It's a player on a team that he never played for. Oh. And that player no longer plays.
An idea where this is heading. Is this heading
north of the border? That's about as much as I can say the word play. So this card, do we think as Joey Votto's career is now over, and as his Hall of Fame candidacy gets closer and closer, is this a card that might have some long-term like novelty down the road? I don't know, Jeff. Tell me what you think. If you guys in the comments, let me know what you think. Like,
maybe it's just you mean getting something like the gold where it's limited to 50 copies because this image is going to be everywhere since he's got.
I don't know what other sets he's going to actually be in.
No, but I just mean the base cards in this set.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, just this card. Like, just, it's his only Blue Jays card, obviously, because he never even played for the Blue Jays.
No.
So I just think it's kind of interesting. And it again, he has this card and Strider does not, is just baffling.
It would be funny if he did sign autographs. That'd be great.
Yes. Right?
So you got some warnings about this picture that's coming your way. Could be shady, and MT Packs said it was sent to you. So,
all right, everyone, we're gonna experience this together.
Stewie, the food trucks were excellent. Yeah, we hit up the food trucks as well. There was no line for them when we went out there, which was great.
Yeah, the carnitas were actually really the carnitas tacos were really good.
Chris, can you confirm this? M. Parsons is buying Matt Olson. You heard it here first. Is this true? What's going on in the chat? But seeing that,
yeah, Jeff, I'm looking for this message. If you want to,
all right. Oh, there's a response. M. Parsons replied that Matt Olson jersey was bought and it nearly killed him. So apparently, the Parsons curse runs deep.
Yeah. I'm wearing a Matt Olson jersey right now in honor of his. They called it 450 feet tonight, but I get the hell out of here. That was 490, 500 feet. It was an absolute bomb at Citizens Bank in Philly. And yeah, the Braves did still manage to lose that game. Okay, so yeah.
Most people aren't thinking it's going to be a great card. Forbidden makes a good recollection of the Ken Griffey Jr. White Sox cards. Cool to see. I likened it to the Pete Rose Expos card, which is cool. But
well, yeah, right. But what's interesting, all those people mentioned actually played for those teams. All right, so this is what was found in the trash. Looks like a Pedro Martinez.
is it?
I don't know. I don't think it's actually signed. It looks like that might be a facsimile autograph.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little like maybe an 8x10 or a 6x8. Hard to tell a size here, but yeah, just tossed out in the trash or near the trash. That's too bad.
Yeah, that's a shame. It's probably not worth a lot, but man, I'd put it up somewhere.
It looks like the kind of thing, Jeff, that they would be auctioning off at those LA Fitness silent auctions, but they start the bidding at like $600.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. It is.
All right. I want to go through oh my God, it's been 40 minutes, Jeff. I want to go through some quick Instagram shout outs here. While I'm pulling one up.
466.
I don't know. It went over that ivy wall at Citizens Bank, which is like over center field, then past all the bushes, the grass, the trees. There's like a 40-foot tall wall. They went over that and onto the concourse. So, I mean, I don't know. But it doesn't really matter.
Hey, Ryan F. Picked up all his cards we were talking about.
Oh, really?
Laddie SSB sticker and the gold Bowman first. Congratulations. Nice pickups.
There you go. That's a hell of a day. Good for you, man.
Rolling clear. Nice. All right, so Ryan F's the Vlad guy.
All right. Yeah, great job. Great job. 4 times comps. The worst thing I ever saw at LA Fitness, they had like Juan Soto like in this big frame. And it was an 8x10 of Juan Soto, not signed. And then underneath was a PSA slab of his base rookie card in an 8. And they started the bidding at like $299. And I'm like, what are we bidding on here? The plastic, like the quality of the frame?
Yeah, that's rough.
Okay. All right. First Instagram shout out. This got me excited. I like seeing people complete runs. So Gold Minted Collector here is a big Kershaw fan, and he was able to complete his Clayton Kershaw Gold Minted run.
Outstanding.
He had a real hard time finding a 2019, he told me, and then found 2 in 2 days. So he just bought them both. So congrats to him. That they just look really great together. Look at all that gold, Jeff.
It's a lot of gold. And of course, we're fans of Gold Minted in general, but like Chris said, it's fun to see somebody complete a run like this of a specific player.
Yes. I have to go back here. Los Bravos says that Votto card would go really nicely with the Eric Lindros score update Blue Jays card from 1990, I think, 89 or 90, where he's taking BP in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Really cool. Really cool. All right. That's one. Let's see. What do we got next here? All right. Next up, this is very much unlike anything else I've shared on this show, Jeff.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, so hold on to your butts here. Or hold on to your glutes, I should say, by which I mean take a drink. All right. So this comes from WSC Nation. And I admit I'm just past a week because he shared this like last Wednesday. But this is a 2005 Topps Chrome Red X-Fractor of Derek Jeter.
It's a cool shot.
It's a really cool, when these older Topps cards have horizontal shots, it's awesome. I think there's a Rivera, and it's either this set or 2014 where he's throwing BP behind the screen. I love that shot. But this is cool, and it's numbered out of 25. So I believe he says in the post here it's a pop one.
Pop one. I see there.
But these are just really cool. I feel like 2004, 2005, and 2003, 4, and 5, there's some amazing Topps Chrome parallels. And a lot of these, if I remember, I don't remember, but people have told me and I've seen pictures. But they were like the Red X Fractors were like 1 per box, and they came in a 1-touch, almost like
in a 1-touch.
Yeah. So like the Cabrera that we have, like it wasn't circulating in packs. It was just there was 1 in every box.
Interesting.
So This card is cool. I mean, Jeter's got so many cards, but something like this, really low numbered, really cool image. It checks a lot of boxes, as they say.
That's a great card. That is, as not a Yankee or Jeter fan, I still appreciate that card.
Right. So the opposite of Jeter on the Yankees, and this, I'm cheating with the dates a little bit, but I only recently saw this. Someone sent it to me. This is Acuna's 2019 finest Superfractor.
Yeah.
Really cool. This is a great image. Obviously, they're kind of a little bat down-esque.
Yeah, a little bat down-esque. You get the jersey, back of jersey, which is cool.
But I wanted to ask you and the people in the chat, if you were to choose between this superfractor or like the red auto out of 5, which would you rather have?
Is it on card?
On card.
I'm taking the red auto out of 5. For me, I don't know. Super doesn't really, especially if it's not a rookie card. I don't really. It doesn't do as much for me. But knowing that he signed the card, I'd be happier with that.
I think so too. Teapot and I have had this discussion many times. He always leans superfractor, and I lean on card auto. So to each their own.
Oh yeah, look. I mean the our chat. Nobody's come out with the super. So Teapot's not here, or his burner.
Oh, they're all going red.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Red, and auto. Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, great.
A clean sweep.
I like that we're all on the same page.
Yeah. All
right. Speaking of on-card autos and images that we like,
this is a good point, and this is something we talked about at the show too. SFO Sox fan says he'd go with the red out of 5 if you get the choice, but with cards this rare, you got to get what you get when it comes up, which is true.
That's very true. That's very true. And surely there's a price point where I would snatch up that superfractor, but I doubt my price point and the current owner's price point would be the same. So this is just Aaron Judge rookie auto at a Stadium Club. Jeff and I did a video on Judge rookies that we liked, and I think this is one of his best images. Hopefully I've shared the correct tab. Yeah. I did. Okay, good.
Yeah, it is. It is a great image.
Yeah.
The anthem.
What am I doing?
It's the gold foil version as well, huh?
Yeah, so it's a little, I think it's numbered out of 50 or.
Uh-oh. Did I lose you? All right.
It's on card as well.
Oh, I lost you either. So either I lost for a second or you did, but we're back.
Okay. As long as we're back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this. Aaron Judge cards just keep moving, Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to think about where he was preseason. And I know you talked about this a little bit with Filmington on Spitballin', and especially April when Judge had a down month. It was some buying opportunities. Now it's hard to see when those buying opportunities might come up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Silver Fox with an excellent point here. I don't know if you shared this comment already, but he's right. You see something that you might not ever see again. You grab it while you can. If you can afford to grab it. Don't grab it, throw it on a credit card and pay it off over the next 4 years, but grab it while you can. Someone in the comments about 15 minutes ago, Jeff asked what we thought the better long-term buy was going to be, Judge or Soto. So that's a dangerous game.
This seems like an evergreen discussion this season, especially.
It does. I don't want to answer investment style questions exactly. I would say that Soto is the better bet to have great career numbers, long-term career numbers, but Judge might be the more popular player. What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this goes back to a discussion we had recently on Spitball and Cards, which was spurred by a discussion on Instagram, which is what really creates collectability. Because as you and I both think, it's more than just their numbers. It's more than the numbers they put up. There's a lot of variables that go in: personality, where they play, how consistent they are,
tooth whiteness.
Yeah. We know you guys like guys with white teeth. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. And yeah, I believe that could be correct. That Soto, it's not hard to see Soto eclipsing Judge's career numbers. Although what Judge is doing again this year is for single season peak type style numbers, they might be unmatched.
Yeah, I mean, peak stuff, it seems to me that, and I hate to say this, but for collectors, peak and postseason seem to be two things that really carry a lot of weight for whatever reason.
Yeah, peak, postseason, and I would say personality. Those three P's. Let's go with that.
Yeah, peak, postseason, personality. I like it. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, and Judge is also set as a Yankee forever, whereas Soto, we still don't know where Soto's going to be.
Yeah, that's going to play a big role. If he jumps to another team, it'll be his fourth team, and especially if it's a non-1A market, which really there's basically two of, right? LA and New York, Yankees side of town. That's going to affect his cards negatively.
Yes, if he goes to the Giants, say, who, Snell's opting out, he's going to have they're going to have a ton of money to spend. They might offer the most. I mean, them and Steve Cohen, it's going to be an absurd contract that he gets. The Yankees, I feel like whatever it is, I feel like they just have to match it. They just have to match it, but maybe they won't. I don't know. This could get like stratospheric. This could get like $520 million if you get Steve Cohen, Hal Steinbrenner, and I'm not even know the name of the guy that runs the Giants, but I mean, those are three gigantic markets. It could get really interesting.
Yeah, and then it'll come down to how important that is to Soto. Yeah. Like for a lot of people, it's important to have the biggest contract ever, to make the most money ever. Some people, it's more important to be on a place where you feel comfortable. Makes sense. Yeah. For some people, it's more important to be in a place where you feel like the chance to win is the highest. So it's going to come down to that.
Yes. And I'm going to throw a counter argument against myself, because I feel like we're very pro-Judge in this argument so far. But I will also say, and I'll see people in the comments saying this as well, moments are important. Like, we talked about this on Spitballing as well. Like, moments that you remember, things that stick in our head, like the Kirk Gibson home run. Like, people collect Kirk Gibson because of that home run. His career numbers aren't spectacular, but he has huge moments. And current players, somebody like Mike Trout really does not have big moments. Pujols just retired. We will forever remember Albert Pujols with that absolute soul-crushing nuke he hit off Brad Lidge in the NLCS.
Poor guy.
I still hear the silence in that ballpark. I couldn't believe that might be the hardest hit ball I've ever seen on TV, and harder than Soler's, even, and enjoyably in the same ballpark. But Soto's got moments like that, Jeff.
That fits nicely into our 3 Ps, and like SFO Sox fan says here in the 3 Ps, it describes why certain Tim Lincecum cards are fervently fought over. He's got that.
Yes.
And Madison Bumgarner, I would argue too.
Absolutely. Yeah, Soto's got a huge hit against the Brewers to win that game with the chest bump that's on a baseball card, for crying out loud. He's got the bat drop after he homered against the Astros. We were gifted by Topps that Stadium Club Chrome shuffle card, which is just spectacular. Like,
yeah.
And of course the homer off Kershaw to tie Game 5 against the Dodgers. So I mean, we've seen some amazing Soto moments. Judge has big regular season moments, but Judge doesn't really have those postseason moments yet. I hate to say it, some of those are baked in for Soto. They're not going anywhere, especially for someone like Jeff. I'm sure he relives that hater at bat over and over in his sleep.
Yeah, that was rough. That was really rough. But I love Soto, and I prefer him to Judge, and especially at where their current prices are now. And that's how this discussion kind of came up, that some people think Soto is not worth, Soto cards aren't worth what they're going for. And to me, if comparing Soto and Judge, what their cards are going for right now, I'm still probably team Soto, although we've been looking to sell a couple of our Sotos as well to get into the only other guy that we think is worth buying at these prices in Ohtani.
Right. But yeah, I just right now, oh God, I don't even know. Like, they both have like red flags, right? Like, Soto's red flag is he might not stay in New York. That would kill his market. Judge's red flag is the history of IL stints and the fact that he is in his 30s.
Yeah. So we're going to get the red flag on Soto could either be taken away in the next few months or completely change the trajectory of his cards.
Yes.
That's a certainty. But what's not a certainty is how Judge is going to age going into his 30s. I think you'll agree with me that we were shocked that he's played as many games as he has this year after not having a lot of history of full seasons, full injury-free seasons. Yeah. And yes, some are freak, and what are you going to do about it? But
they add up and they take a toll.
They do. They take a toll on your career numbers, especially. But yeah, another 50 home run season. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you're looking at these two players, and one way to consider it is, what's the worst case scenario for both? And if that were to happen, like Soto signs in the Giants for $550 million and no one ever cares about him again. Like he can do what he wants out there. It's never going to matter. Sorry, Giants fans who might be in here. It's also going to suppress his power numbers because that ballpark is really tough to homer in. That's his worst case scenario, and his card values will take a huge hit. Judge's worst case scenario is a series of injuries in the next 3 years, and he ends up not even finishing out his contract. But I would say if those two scenarios take place, I'd rather have Judge because of the peak seasons that he's had and the fact that Yankee fans will always love him.
Yeah.
So,
I hate to agree with that, but that is, I do agree with that. There was El Nido throws to Jordan Alvarez. How about his 3-homer night the other night? Starting to show signs of life.
He is. I don't know. We can't put him even near this conversation. Like Jeff and I both really like him, and we thought if he could just play 150 games, we're going to see 50 plus homers and absurd amounts of RBIs. But he's playing, and we're not quite getting that. Maybe he finishes really strong, but even with that 3-homer game, he doesn't have 30 yet, and Judge has 50. So I don't really see.
No, I was just throwing that in there. But still, I think Soto's still only 25, and we've done this comparison on Spitball, and at this point in his career, Judge had 2.7 WAR, and Soto's already got 35 WAR. So the career stuff is stacking up, and the point I made on there is that most hitters are reaching their hitting peak age 27, 28 through their 31, 32 season. Soto's not even there yet. And usually the last thing to come is the eye at the plate and the maturity of at-bats. And Soto already has had that in spades. That's why his hit numbers aren't quite as high as they might otherwise be, because he's always getting on base through base on balls. So I feel like his game translates well to having a long and productive career.
I totally agree. And if he stays in New York, putting up, I mean, you can just put his number right in that Monument Park, and it's a huge deal for cardholders, for Yankee fans, for the franchise, for him.
And Judge.
Yeah, absolutely. You would think he and Boris would look at the numbers, and even if the Mets offered more money up front, playing for the Yankees would offer him more like promotional opportunities.
For sure. Yeah. And becoming a Yankee, and remaining a Yankee and becoming a Yankee icon is huge.
But yeah, J Marble, that's exactly the 3 teams that we're talking about. I've heard some people say they think that the Dodgers, I hate to say they can't afford something, but I really don't think they're going to play. They're going to wade into this. I really don't think so.
No, and I don't think the Red Sox will either. Not the way they've been handling their organization over the last few years.
I mean, it's, and someone said the Braves too, but like, again, it's crazy to say this, but the Red Sox don't need a left-handed bat. They really don't. They need a pitcher. If they're going to spend money on someone, it's going to be Corbin Burns. But anyway.
Yeah. Royale has a good comment here. Judge 6'7", captain of the Yankees. Yeah. Soto is or will be the better player, but Judge will always sell well. We've talked about specific markets being able to prop up players, even if they don't have huge career numbers. Look at Don Mattingly. He's a very popular Yankee and still popular amongst collectors. And already Judge has surpassed most of Mattingly's accomplishments, individual season accomplishments anyway.
Yes. Oh, Isaac Wyatt saying something down here. I just saw this. Ooh, interesting. Isaac Wyatt is looking to trade out of my 2018 Ohtani Heritage Black Refractor and into some Soto. Well, I tell you, if you were at the Burbank show, I feel like there was probably an opportunity to do something like that. And I'm sure there's what's that other show coming up, Jeff, in a couple of weeks out here? Like
there's one.
Expo?
Yeah, there's a smaller one at the Burbank Marriott, where actually the first Burbank show actually was. That's coming up on the 7th.
That's right.
Front row, maybe, I'm not sure.
I feel like if you walk into that show with your Heritage Black Refractor Ohtani, there's going to be some very nice Soto available to you.
That's a nice. I'll wait till you finish this one, Chris.
No, I was just going to say, Royal Benjamin with an interesting question here. Jeff, I want your answer first. Would you rather have a Heritage Red Ink Auto or a Heritage Black Refractor?
Both incredible cards. I would, with the caveat that it might change with specific players or images a little bit, but I'd almost always rather take the Red Ink Auto in this situation.
Absolutely. Red ink all day long.
But the Heritage Black Refractors are great, and the gold refractors are only out of 5, so they're hard to find. But those, Chris and I have seen a couple in hand, and those are pretty incredible.
They are. But yeah, you gotta take that the red ink auto. And in fact, the last card I wanted to share belongs to our good buddy Ephus Pitch. This is Bobby Witt Jr. Heritage red ink auto. I mean, this card looks especially good with the red ink, Jeff, because of the white jersey that it's signed over.
Really stands out. Yeah. Love the hand numbering. It's just very classic, and it's going to remain one of the top most sought after autographs for any rookie.
Yes, without a doubt. All right, it's just after 7, so I am going to put the link for the trivia, tonight's trivia, into our chat here.
Great.
And you guys start joining, and we'll play in about 10-15 minutes or so.
Yep, start joining. A couple comments I want to get to. So Donnie says the premier card shows in Burbank and front rows in Pasadena the same day. Burbank guys are pissed at front row, so it sounds like there's some dissension among the ranks, but at least there's 2 shows in Southern California. That's great. Oh, Bart, thanks for being a day one fan of Blabbin. When only 12 people. Yeah, sometimes. I mean, even before that, it was just Chris and I talking to each other. So we're grateful that anybody decided to join.
And Jeff, it's worth noting, of those 12 people, like, one was my cell phone, one was my wife, and one was probably like your kid's phone. You forced.
Yeah, or it might have been my Safari browser hanging in. So Chris, we need the hyperlink they're asking for.
Oh, did that not go in? Hold on, what did I do there? Oh,
last time you sent it to me and I was able to do it. I don't know if that.
All right, hold on. Again, yeah, we're working. Yeah, give me a second.
Remember, guys in their 40s doing tech stuff.
We're doing the best we can.
Yes, gotta be a little patient with us. We appreciate that.
I mean, again, it's worth noting, reminding that we blabbed for about 3 minutes tonight before we realized that we weren't even live.
We did half a show. Jacob says Ohtani's the Jordan of baseball hobby-wise. Wouldn't move off anything Ohtani. I completely get that, but there are reasons for people to do that. Maybe they want to diversify a little bit, or while the market for Ohtani's high, I mean, there's a chance that the market there, we could get an off-season dip like we usually do. Ohtani's sort of a unicorn, but typically November there's an off-season dip, so maybe
there is. And yeah, if Soto does stay with the Yankees, his cards will bump. Like, there will definitely be a bump when he signs that extension, or when he signs that new deal, for sure. And yeah, Ohtani is a unicorn, like Jeff said. He is incredible, but he has like 1 trillion rookie cards. That number might be slightly high. So they won't all, hold their value. I mean, there's going to be hype where people just buy anything they can.
Yeah.
But
that's true. Doc's suggesting we hire a show producer. Yes, that's true. Given our show's negative budget, though, that's a little to do.
Jay Marble says, anyone else getting game will begin shortly. That is exactly what you want to see.
That's what you should be getting. Yes.
That's what you should be getting. So
Chris, are you able to see if people are getting into it?
Yes.
El Nido, how can I send cards or pictures? You can hit us up both on Instagram, either My Favorite Cardboard or Baseball Card Addict. On Instagram, you can send some pictures if you want.
Yes, Jeff. So people are signing in. I see we got 11 people so far.
Okay. 11 people. I want to show, you showed the Bobby Witt from our friend Ephus. I also wanted to show, look at this wax pack I pulled out of my collection, Chris. It's one of Bill's favorite Juan Soto comps. Juan Gonzalez right there.
1991 Upper Deck? Or Donruss? Donruss, right?
Yep.
Okay, so first prize for whoever wins our trivia tonight. I have 2 more 84 Topps rack packs here. One with Ryan Sandberg on the front, and the other one has Pete Rose on the front. So whoever wins, you can choose one of those. Second place, Jeff's got something for you.
Yeah, maybe it has Bobby Witt's dad in there. True.
Last week,
Senior in there.
Last week, the Donruss rack pack you opened up, Jeff, had like 15 Hall of Famers in it. I'd never seen anything like it.
It was incredible. Yeah, that was Will Z's sports cards that got that. And although he said to donate it to some kids, so that was generous of him. So make sure those 90s cards or 1989 cards get in the hands of kids. I haven't seen Kate. I think Kate was our champion last week. And who was on the front of the... Was that Boggs that she picked?
She chose the Wade Boggs one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're up to 20. We're up to 20. So the link is working. I saw someone offered to share the HTTPS in the chat there. But yeah, take a few minutes. Kate's a ringer.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
Yeah, maybe she's just being kind and allowing someone else a chance. We should handicap it for her.
Yeah. You did not miss anything, Miguel, except for the fact that Chris and I started the show without going live. So we just were talking to ourselves like we usually do for a few minutes before Chris astutely noticed that we were not live.
Astutely is a strong. I just want to also we got a shout out from James Lombardo. I just want to say hello. And James, if you missed earlier, I don't know why I'm pointing. He's not really here. James, I did talk about your gold minted Kershaw run. So if you missed that, go back and listen to me talk about how great your cards are. Always feels nice. While people are still signing up for trivia, Jeff, I wanted to talk about very briefly, or not that briefly, the trade that I talked about on Spitball, but maybe people aren't.
Thanks, Shelly.
There we go. Thank you, Shelly. In case people didn't watch that, Jeff and I almost witnessed a gigantic trade happen at a trade night. And the trade night at the Burbank show started at, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, was it 7 p.m.? And it was supposedly going until 3 a.m.?
Until 3 a.m. Needless to say, Chris and I did not last until 3 a.m. Although, in our defense, when we went back, it was pretty much the same cast of characters in there. So I don't know if it would have changed by 3 a.m.
It might have just lessened. Yeah, we went in, we took a couple laps, talked to some people, went out, had some pizza, a couple drinks, some shuffleboard, went back in. But anyway, this gentleman, one of the cards we're looking for, as I mentioned, was a Bowman Chrome Ohtani auto.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't find what we're looking for at the show, but at trade night, a guy just pulled out a BGS 9.5 blue Bowman Chrome refractor auto of Shohei Ohtani, the hitting one. And we're like, oh my God. Like, bro, we got to talk. Like, what are you looking for? What's your value on that? His value was probably about right. And he said he'd be open to trades. So we're like, let's talk. So he said, I'll come back to you. I have one other guy I'm supposed to talk to first. I'm like, no problem. We go over, we're just following along to sort of see what we're up against. The other guy pulls out a Juan Soto 2016 first Bowman Chrome auto gold refractor, BGS 9.5.
Yeah. Despite the fact that we brought some good stuff along, we were outmatched.
Outgunned, outclassed. Yeah. The guy smelled better, the whole 9 yards. We were done. But I did want to watch that. I want to see that negotiation and see how it would play out. So I'm curious in the chat, if you guys had to choose between those two cards, same grade, you want the Shohei Ohtani Bowman Chrome hitting auto in a blue, or Juan Soto's first Bowman Chrome auto in a gold? Because Jeff and I talked about it a lot. And I know what I would prefer at the end of the day, but I'm not sure that's what everyone else would want.
That is that's really tough. Both amazing cards, two cards that would be long-term cornerstones of any collection. We're getting some votes for Ohtani.
Okay.
Ohtani, Jacob's saying you buy both. Yes, if you've got
sure. Yeah, no problem.
Pockets, you might as well buy both.
All right, while you guys are talking about that, Zane Barrier asks Jeff, looks like he's going after a Jackson Merrill Topps Chrome SP, the Heart one? Is that the one where like he's kind of, he only has one Topps Chrome SP. I feel like he's kind of doing something. Maybe that's the Heart one. Is it a worthy chase? What do you think, Jeff?
Sure. What did we decide that the print runs on those SPs were?
I don't know. The SPs, I don't know. But I mean, they've got parallels. They've got speckle parallels. So it's probably, I don't know, at least a couple hundred of those things are printed. At least.
I don't know. It's all price dependent to me. I mean, what's your budget and what's your price? If that's what fits in your budget, it's great. It's better than having the base.
It's a cool card. It is a cool looking card. I will say, Zane, currently Jackson Merrill, that's his only card. That's his only rookie card. So I should have the breaker messed up my order. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. It's a really cool card. But yeah. I think as more sets come out, like as update comes out, I should say he has an SP in Series 2, but that's not going to matter. When update comes out and that gold mirror hits and the black hits and the Indy hit, parallels hit, that Topps Chrome SP should start to sink a little bit. And then his Bowman Chrome rookie is going to come out, the Bowman Chrome rookie auto. And then, the Topps Chrome update, He'll probably have something in there too. Eventually, we're going to get more Jackson Merrill cards, is what I'm saying. And as more come out, the prices should come down. Does that make sense? Jeff, what do you think? Am I crazy?
Agree. Well said. Well said. If you've got $200 from a breaker, worst ways to spend it. Don't buy more breaks.
Yes, if those are your choices to buy into the break again or take that Jackson Merrill, I take the Jackson Merrill. I take that Jackson Merrill all day long.
It was almost a clean sweep. I think Bazooka Tom is the only Soto person.
Yes, Miguel Garcia. Jeff and I completely agree with you. That earlier signature, as years go by, that first, the way he signed, is just going to keep creeping up. It's going to get better and better and better. Sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just feel like that's really hard for me because I love Soto and a Soto Gold, and it's the Bowman first. So yeah, it would be tough, even though the Ohtani's the card we were looking for. I'm glad I didn't have to make that decision. Put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Shelly the Turtle shared that link again, guys. Hit that link to join trivia. We'll start in about 5 minutes. There are a lot more people here than there are in trivia, so please keep signing up. We have good prizes.
Sign up. If you weren't here for trivia last week, it was a lot of fun.
Baseball and baseball card themed.
Yeah, it's only 10 questions. It takes about 2 minutes.
Yeah,
it's worth the price of admission, which is free.
I will say one thing I thought was really interesting when I brought that trade up in that spitballing episode we did. Scott, Filmington, and Teapot all said Soto. I was surprised because I'm also Team Ohtani on there because there are more first Bowman Chrome Soto autos in general than there are of that hitting image Ohtani auto at a Bowman Chrome. So True. More Sotos available. I know this gold is only at 50, but there's more total Sotos than there are Ohtanis, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, what makes it I pretty much was Team Soto, but what makes it questionable is the fact that Ohtani doesn't have a first Bowman auto. So whereas typically we say that the first Bowman auto really sets itself apart from the rookie autos because there's so many different sets of rookie autos. In his case, that doesn't apply.
It does not. Forbidden Donut, I chuckled at that. That made me smile. Man, saw a question up there. If Judge breaks the record, will they do a Judge Ruth dual auto? I mean, man, he already broke the record, first of all. So if he breaks his own record, do they just do a Judge dual auto? I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know how big of a fan I am of the one person and one cut auto. It just, I don't know.
I mean, what if they did they'd have to cut two of them, but they could do like a Ruth Maris Judge triple auto with 2 cut signatures and then Judge on card. That'd be pretty cool. The 3 Yankees to hit 60 home runs all on one card. Yeah. I like that idea.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Bazooka Tom, I don't know the answer to this question. Chris and I aren't too up on his. I know he's got, starting in 2013, he's got a lot of cards, Japanese cards, but I don't know if they're autoed. I don't know if he's got any autos.
I don't know either. And we get asked a lot how we feel about those. I just don't know if people are ever really going to get too super excited about the Japanese cards. I know they have their fans. I'm not trying to downplay them, but I just don't think if you asked 100 baseball card collectors, what would they prefer, that Bowman Chrome hitting auto or the 2013 Japanese auto? I think at least 80 are going to take the Bowman Chrome.
Yeah, people like the Major League uniform.
They really do. All right. So, trivia.
Let's do it. We got 100 people in here.
Yep.
Let's do this trivia.
Yes, let's do this trivia. The hyperlink. I see a bunch of people just joined our chat. Shelly, could you share that link one more time? And then I will begin the process of getting my brain to activate this thing.
Yeah. Whatever you did last week, where we were able to see it while it was happening, was awesome.
Yes, I think I can do that. I can't promise, but I think I can do that. Yeah. I know they have. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know about those cards, but yeah, thank you, Shelly. That's Jeff. Yeah, Shelly, throw in the chat one more time if you don't mind. I could probably.
Then it's easier to copy and paste.
I could do the same thing you just did. There. Oh, you just did it. All right, thanks, buddy. All right, that's 7:18. At 7:20, I'm going to hit go. Get excited. I'm excited to see how you guys do. It's less personal stuff this time and more actual baseball card stuff. There is one good question about Jeff, though, so hope you guys pay attention to Jeff. Wow, interesting. Silver Fox, that's pretty cool. All right, we're at 719. But I did actually, interesting factoid only for us. Someone sent me a screen cap of a Facebook group where the guy who had the Ohtani said he just heard he's like, these guys on this podcast are talking about my card. And then he said, I met that card addict guy, which I thought was funny. And he's like, and I guess if you could let them know, I didn't make the trade. The trade wasn't consummated or wasn't finished. So he walked in with the Ohtani and out with the Ohtani. So he still has it.
Yeah, that's good. So all the Ohtani votes in the chat, it seems that they would be in favor of his decision.
I agree. A lot of people pointed out that Juan Soto just looks like a little kid on his card, and maybe that hurts its appeal. I don't know. All right.
Yeah, he is almost unrecognizable.
Right? All right. It's 7:20, Jeff. We got 38 trivia players. Everyone, you've got a 1 in 38 chance of winning an 84 Topps rack pack. Are we ready?
Or this sweet beast.
Yeah. Or some 1992 Donruss.
91,
91.
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm not going to remember that for some
No.
reason. That's all right. Okay. All right. I'm starting it up. If we're ready, here we go. The countdown has begun. Jeff, I'm pulling it up. This is happening, people.
Okay. I'm watching to see the results.
Here we go. All right. It has begun.
There's the first question. McGuire Team USA Olympic card is from what year of Topps?
Come on. We've all seen it a million times.
And during the pandemic, it was a hot card.
All right. 59% of you. We got 20 people with the right answer. Well done. T. Wood and Matt McNeil. Ooh, Professor's dugout in third.
82. That's very fast.
82 points. Wow.
Yeah.
Real fast. Real fast. All right, don't let Jeff's tears.
Here's a hint.
That's not me peeing, by the way. That's my bourbon going into the cup.
Refill.
Yep.
All right. Let's see who got this. This was a very disappointing. Okay.
42%. All right. Yeah. I thought a lot of people seem to tell me they think that happened in the World Series.
Well, I'm going to try to tell myself that as well.
Right. All right. SFO Sox fan, clean cards. Nice jumps right there.
What is Shohei Ohtani wearing on his first licensed pack-pulled American baseball card? We've just been talking about Ohtani cards.
My favorite topic.
2017, right, Chris?
That's right. And it feels like he's wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
It did get your nothing at all. Did get one.
You did get one. Someone loves The Simpsons, and I appreciate it. Listen, that if you voted suit and tie, that means I think you think of the Topps now.
Yeah, he is wearing his Team Japan uniform. What year did Topps debut the black parallel? This is a tough one.
It is. It's a little tricky, but these cards are great.
Those answers are very close together, so kudos if you get that.
All right. It looks like most people did. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. We've
work.
said it enough on the show, I guess.
I think
It's
so.
stuck in people's minds. This is
Look at this. Oh, yeah. Cardboard Showcase has jumped. I mean, if anyone's going to get a Topps Black question, Jeff, it's got to be him, right?
2024 rookie does not have an SSP in Topps Chrome. I could not remember this one, I must admit. There's two that I couldn't picture. One of them I couldn't picture because it didn't exist, and the other one I just couldn't picture.
That's all right. All right, good job, U20.
Very
you guys
good.
nailed it. Good work.
Very good.
That was really surprising. I know he'd been injured, but man, the hype.
Yes.
Oh, look at this. Clean cards and Cardboard Showcase in a fight to the death here, halfway home.
What is the lowest numbered parallel for the Mookie Betts rookie card in 2014 Topps Chrome update? There's your choices.
It's worth noting when I put this together, there was an error in it. And I was wrong, and Jeff had to correct me. It's ironic because we have the damn card, and I still got it wrong. Ooh, incorrect. It's the black. Wow,
That black. The gold is out of 250 that year.
Yes, the gold's out of 250 that year.
It's to the black.
T-Wood with a big jump.
T-Wood. All right.
Forbidden Donut, the line is actually
Aaron Judge's 2017 Top Series 1 rookie SSP.
M. Parsons would say in stadium, like wearing jersey.
I like bad teeth because you can't see them, so that would be very.
It's a good choice by Topps.
Okay, there you go.
Good, majority got it right. Oh, the in dugout. I admit that was mean to make it that close.
Because it's a thing they like to use between in dugout and sunglasses. Cardboard Showcase back in the race.
There we go.
What one-time top Brewer prospect does Jeff still PC? Look at those choices.
A lot of interesting names on there.
A lot of high-quality names on there.
Forbidden Donut. It's actually Ty Good. You like shirt? Yeah, fantastic. Great Simpsons quote. Oh, 68%. Well done.
Okay.
Well done.
Well done.
All right. We got T-Wood, Clean Cards, Cardboard Showcase. Same top three.
What year Freddie Freeman's first Bowman Chrome autographs? Read carefully.
Read carefully. Might not be the same year as his first Bowman Chromes.
Yeah, Chris got me on this one when he gave me the quiz.
All right, yeah, most people got it.
Well done. Most people are.
All right, Clean Cards. I gave you another Freddie Freeman question. You better have gotten that one right. Okay, you did. You did.
Yeah, Mango Bango. I'm right there with you. Which 2018 Juan Soto rookie autograph is not on card? Not on card of those four.
All right. Yeah. And one of these just sold for 11,000 American dollars.
11,000, not on card.
For sticker auto. Good job, everybody. 76.
All right, everybody's been listening to us blabbing about the lack of on card Topps Chrome autos. Congratulations.
And I like everyone knew Dynasty was. All right, here we go. Let the suspense wash over us. Oh,
all right.
I tell you, Tanner, again, man, you were just
off
so
pace.
close.
Oh, look at that.
Huge jump there. Nice job. And T-Wood, 604 points, Jeff.
He ran the table.
Wow.
T-Wood, even in front. Well, very well done. Very
Nicely
well
done
indeed.
indeed.
And you can see it's a lot of how fast you got him.
Yeah.
T-Wood was getting some.
Oh, yeah.
Some bangers. Well done, SFO Sox fan.
Yeah, fourth place. All right. Man. All right, 604 points, Jeff. That's an outrageous number of points. Even if I added the points you should have gotten because I screwed up the the test run.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know how close I would have been.
Yeah. 604 points. Congratulations, T-Wood. If you're, let us know in the comments. So which pack would you like? Do you want the Pete Rose pack or the Ryan Sandberg pack? We got Pete Rose. We got Ryan Sandberg. T-Wood must be sober. I mean, there's always one, right? Oh, Los Bravos, 18th last week and 29th this. You're trending the wrong way, buddy.
Oh, Los Bravos. We'll try to put some Brave-centered questions in next week. All right.
Forbidden Donut, I'm enjoying the Simpsons.
Let us know what you want. And Cardboard Showcase, finishing second. Let us know if you want to open the Donruss, 1991 Donruss, if you want us to open it, or we can send it to you.
Oh, Jeff, you got to open that thing right up. I'm sure Mike wants to see what's in there. I think he'll mind us eating 5 minutes away here while we wait for T-Wood to get back to us.
All right. I'll make your decision for you, Mike. I'm going to open this up. Tyler
Wood says Ryan Sandberg. Back. You got it.
All right. Should I open this one first, Chris?
Yeah, go ahead. Tyler Wood, congratulations, buddy. Well done.
Oh, no, this is cruel. Thanks, Mike. Look at this.
No, he's kidding. He's just messing with you.
I'm crying. All right. Look at these borders. They scream early 90s.
Yeah, they do.
Designs. And even if you fan it out, look at these. The rest of these borders, you got some crazy designs. Little Saved by the Bell action going on.
I was going to say, Jeff, I think I had a pair of shorts with the exact same color combination on them.
Yeah. I believe they were called Jams.
I think you are 100% right.
Hey, look at that.
We got Robin Yount.
Yeah, we're going to maybe continue our Hall of Fame run today. Eric Yelding. Look at those uniforms, though. Those Astros uniforms were great.
They really were. We tried to make a softball jersey out of those uniforms. I'm not sure we ever actually completed that. Ooh. Bo Jackson highlights?
Yeah. His arms can barely fit in his sleeves. They're like crawling up his shoulder as he swings. Oh, another highlights.
Jacobs, maybe that's the ball he hit out of Tiger Stadium. Jacobs letting you know he was just kidding.
Okay. All right. I want to take extra meds tonight. Joe McGrain. Lloyd Mosby, former Blue Jay great. Dwight Evans. There's another guy who had a pretty great career.
Yes, he's one of those Hall of Very Good.
Yeah. But then you see Baines getting in over a guy like him. And
yeah, it's tough.
Hey, look at that.
Yep. 1992, me would be excited.
Near peak Canseco craziness. Steve Buechele, this guy always looked like he was like 5'5" to me. I don't know if he really was or not. Ron Robinson. Look at this, Chris.
Oh, is that a young Sammy Sosa? Look how skinny his legs are.
Look at his quads and glutes. Look at that.
By the way, guys, if you're following along, I think when Jeff says glutes, it's 2 drinks. All right, it's one when I say it because I just say it all the time. Jeff doesn't say it as much.
You need a comparison of this with his Cubs days, running out carrying the flag.
That's what I was just picturing, him running out with the flag. And the flag, I mean, as far as we know, I think that was a full-size American flag that he was holding in his hand. I don't think that was.
All right. Speaking of guys that got exceptionally large during the late 90s, I believe Juan Gonzalez lost all of his neck following this.
I hate to say he stole an MVP from Alex Rodriguez, but I don't like either of those people, so I really don't care anymore. But that's a rough vote. Dwight Gooden, man.
That was
Tyler Wood. Thank you very much, buddy. That I will if you can stick around, I'll open your pack on camera if that's okay, and then I'll send you the cards. It's fun to go through them.
Hey, look at a young Omar Vizquel. There's another guy who you think might make the Hall of Fame based on defense.
I think at some point a veterans committee is going to put him in.
This cannot be true, Silver Fox. Steve Buechele looked so small. All right, we got a rated rookie, Derek May.
Well, the Cubs had some early night, like Jerome Walton,
Dwight Smith. Yeah, those late 80s, early 90s guys.
Jeff Robinson, Mike Morgan. Jesus, Mike. Well, could you pull up that first of all, that Mike Morgan card? I am temporarily blinded by Steve Avery's crotch. What is going on with Mike Morgan? Was he just like lifted up out of a wheelchair? What is going on with Mike Morgan's legs? What on earth is happening here?
It has to be the angle, but look at this. Yeah.
He's like 80% upper body. Good Lord.
I thought
get that man a kickboard in the pool or something. He's got geez. Yeah, I mean, come on. What on earth?
Up is he wearing a pitch?
Yeah, Mike, do you mind if I hang on to that Steve Avery card? that one might not make it in the mail. I might have to keep that one.
Manager Robbie Thompson.
Yes, M. Parsons says, yeah. The guy with the crutches and something about Mary. Oh, when he drops his keys. We're terrible people. Yeah. I mean, I feel like the top is like a double XL, and then he's wearing like youth medium pants.
Yeah. Youth medium pants. Here's John Kruk in his.
With eating youth medium pants? Mike, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I might have to post that one on Instagram.
All right, we got our first Diamond King. Okay, here's a good question. 1991 Diamond Kings. Let's see who can get it. The team is the A's.
All right, now correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, but the Diamond Kings, one of their rules was they wouldn't use the same player multiple times.
Yes.
So by 1992,
they can assume occasionally, but very rarely. They try to get new players.
So we can assume like guys like Canseco already been used. McGuire's probably already been used.
Got some guesses here. We got a Reggie guess. Lansford.
That's a good guess.
Henderson, Forbidden Donut. That's good because there's 2 Henderson possibilities.
I like Silver Fox's guess. I like Silver Fox's guess a lot. He says Eckersley.
All right. Dave Stewart. I'll give you a hint. It's a pitcher, but neither of the pitchers that have been mentioned.
Oh,
Tim. He won a
Welch.
games.
Welch? Yeah. Bob Welch?
Bob Welch.
He won like 27 baseball games.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Okay. I just want to read you this. He's testimony to man's capacity to overcome personal devils and right oneself.
Are there any more specifics about that, Jeff, or are we just left to wonder?
He's a great pitcher. Thousands of hitters can attest to that, but it's an even greater person, and millions will salute him for his battle with and victory over alcoholism.
Oh, okay. Good for him.
Well, remember he started out with the Dodgers in the early 80s and then kind of disappeared and then resurfaced. So I didn't know that either. But here's another. He actually two-time Diamond King. They put it on the back if you're a multiple winner.
Wow. Tim, San Francisco Giants fan, welcome. We actually just talked about this a little while ago.
I did not ever think personal devils would be written on a card.
No, that's pretty. There was something like that on the back of a football card. If I think really hard, I'll come up with it. But a Pro Set card, and then some football player had gone to rehab, and it was mentioned on the back of his Pro Set card, and then Pro Set removed it. So there's like two versions, and those years of all those Pro Set errors. I can't think of who it was. If someone in the comments knows, M. Parsons, Bob Welch's demons.
Cheers to those, Chris.
Look, yeah, right. Cheers to those demons. Sometimes you don't fight the demons. You just kind of slow dance with them into the grave.
All right. So we're on to the third and final pack, led off by Sergio Valdez of the now defunct Cleveland Indians.
Forbidden Donut. It was not Lawrence Taylor and cocaine. Damn it. Who was it? Those Pro Set, the like 90, 91, 92 Pro Set cards have some amazing variations. There's that. Is it John Taylor, I think, where he's being tackled and the belt is hanging down? While you're going through this pack, Jeff.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna pull that one up.
Okay. Here's a highlight of Mark Langston and Mike Witt. No relation to Bobby Witt. Silver Fox says he believes it was Andre Reed.
Yes, I think that's right. Sorry, I got really excited right there.
Very familiar. Joe McGrain. This is the second Lloyd Mosby in this rack pack.
Wow. We expect more from 1992 Donruss, Jeff.
John Dobson, Jim Acker, David West, Glenn Wilson, Glenn Allen Hill. You see these photos aren't very inspired.
No.
Mitch Webster. Tom Foley. Love those uniforms, though. Those Expos uniforms are great. Hey, Jerome Walton. We were just talking about this guy.
I remember a guy at a card show with a stack of 1989 Upper Deck high number Jerome
Upper Deck
Walton
high numbers?
cards.
Yeah, I remember when those first came out.
They were like $15, $20 a piece. I never thought, why does this guy have 100 of them?
Yeah, walking out the back door of Upper Deck. Yeah. Thanks, Mike, for letting us open these. Yeah, John, there's only 21 likes. Please hit that like for us, because then it steers more YouTube people towards our videos and more people can hear our nonsense. And maybe
it also makes our wives respect us. Maybe. All right, hold on. This was one of the Pro Set cards I was talking about. Then I'm going to open the 84 rack pack. And then I really want to talk about Bobby Witt for a few minutes before we call it a night. So this is the Pro Set Fred Marion card. It says belt visible on Jay Taylor. So this is a Fred Marion, but
you're gonna have to zoom in. Yeah.
Oh, I'm in.
There, that's zoomed. All right.
That zoomed all right. But yeah, at some point, Pro Set was like, "Well, this is inappropriate," and they airbrushed it out. So sure enough, I don't know. Eagle eye collectors, they see this stuff.
Yeah, they saw that and thought, "What is going on this picture?"
That's right.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the Menendez brothers card, but it's pretty good. All right. So, Tyler, I'm going to open your 84 Topps card. And then if you want to just shoot me a message on Instagram, I will put the cards in the mail for you. Let's hope for a Mattingly rookie, a Strawberry rookie. Something cool.
Yeah, sorry, RF. You missed the trivia. We did the trivia already. And these are the prizes.
Yes. Los Bravos, exactly right. Like the C3PO card.
Yes.
Okay.
Which, Chris, I didn't see any of those at the Burbank show. Last Burbank show, I think I saw like 5 of them.
I didn't see them either, but I'll be honest. I kind of like moved away from. Sorry. How do I made the wrong guy big? All right, well, there we go. All right, yeah. Every time I saw Star Wars stuff, I just kind of moved along. So I'll try to go pretty quick here. Jeff is really good at naming I think we all know Andre Dawson.
Yeah, look at that Dawson, the Hawk.
Got an Astro.
Okay, so we should really keep, maybe not this time, but next time we should keep a tally of how many guys have mustaches because it's
all of them.
It's almost all of them. Look at
a couple Expos. I don't know this guy. Bob James. 2 first names.
No,
thing?
oh, yeah.
That's a batting leaders for the Mariners. Anyone know who these 2 people are?
No.
I don't either.
Matt Young and Pat Putman. This was like right before they got Phil Bradley and what's his name?
Jeff, we got a Phillies All-Star. Show me Mike Schmidt. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. That might be the best card that we've pulled in any of these packs so far.
That's a
great. Or maybe I'm just a big Mike Schmidt fan. I don't know who that is.
Craig Reynolds.
Oh, we got a Yankee player.
Oh,
dang it.
John
Montefusco.
The Count of Montefusco.
Right. I mean, that's if anyone didn't call him that, I don't know why we're doing what we're doing.
Hey, there we got Lonnie Smith, future Brave great.
Future Brave base running error. 2 checklists in 1 pack. Come on. Oh my God. How many checklists, Jeff?
3 checklists. That got to be a new record. 3 checklists in 1 pack.
I was gonna say that's got to be Bochy. Mustache. All right, Tiger. Show me a Hall of Famer. No.
Glenn Abbott. The inset picture looks like it's from the '69 Seattle Pilots or something.
It does. There's some mutton chops on that one. Tom Brennan looks like he's just about ending his career with his elbow about to snap. Oh, we got a Braves player and an All-Star. Oh, could it be? Dale Murphy.
Hey,
wow, what a cool card.
Back-to-back MVP seasons there.
Yeah, look at that old school Braves jersey too.
Yeah, surefire future Hall of Famer at that time.
And the elastic waistband of his pants. The league really went all out.
Jeff Leonard and Atlee Hamaker. That's a great name. I remember that as a kid. Atlee Hamaker.
I tell you, Mike Ramsey looks like he belongs in that Coming to America scene where the guys are on the couch. All right, Bill Kruger. Here we go. That's a pretty good first sleeve. I'm not going to lie. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, you got 2 legends of the 80s, Mike Schmidt and Dale Murphy. That's great. All right. Oh, SFO Sox fan, thank you for. I'm sure this is really going to help our. It's going to help the algorithm.
Great. All right, we got another Brewer, Jeff. Oh, shoot. Tell me who it is.
Oh, we've already seen Ted Simmons. We saw him last week.
Oh, that's where we got the All-Star last week.
Yeah.
All right, we got another Brave.
Jeez. Brett Butler.
It looks like Brett Butler. Yeah. A lot of light blue on that jersey. All right, Mariner in the 80s. Doesn't matter.
Jamie Allen.
That looks like a biology teacher.
A lot of double first name guys in this.
Is that Buckner? Nope. Mustache, though. Another Royal. Another mustache.
Is that Buckner? Oh, that's Don Hood. Is that? Oh, hey. That's future manager.
Future manager? Red Sox World Series manager? Man. Who is this guy? Doesn't look very... Yeah.
Lopez. Yeah, I knew it. Yes.
Aurelio Lopez.
Yep.
The name Aurelio makes me think of oh my God, I can't even think of the name. That Christmas movie that's really not happy. Who is this skinny Dodger?
Tom O'Malley?
Dave Anderson. And we got, I don't know.
Byron McLaughlin.
Padres. Richards. Another Royal. It's not George Brett. Jesus, that guy's arms look like they're about to snap. All right, come on. We need some Mets players. Well, it couldn't be good. Actually, we need some Mets. We need Strawberry or nope. Jim Bibby, by the way. Hold on. Some glutes on this gentleman. What is Jim Bibby? Must be hip thrusting a damn near a ton. All right, Don Money. Oh, we got a Yankee and a mustache, but the guy in the back he wasn't Don Money. It was ironically another Don, whose last name starts with an M. Oh, that's the Brewer guy. Sorry. Yeah. George Frazier. With a mustache. All right. Last one, Tyler. Let's go, buddy.
Silver Fox just finished up a great condition 84 top set. That's great. What did you put it in, Silver Fox? Just throw it in a binder? We'd like to know how people keep those sets.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is actually a really nice looking Ryan Sandberg card. The centering on it is pretty good. I will try very hard not to sweat on the card. Put that down gently. All right, we got another Philly. Oh, it's Joe Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I got that one.
Jim Bibby was tall. His brother played in the NBA. Is he part of the Henry Bibby family? And Mike Bibby? Bo Diaz. There's a name.
Don't know him.
Steve Braun.
Oh,
hey, another Hall of Famer.
I mean, this is a pretty good pack right here. I'm not going to lie. Man, look at the crappy fields these guys used to play on. Anyway, sorry. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Another Oakland player.
Is that Claudel Washington? Mitchell Page.
Okay. Got a Blue Jay.
That guy looks fierce.
Hanky Acker. Not familiar with that guy.
I believe I pulled a Jim Acker in my 91. Hey, Charlie Huff.
Charlie Huff.
Probably like 35 years old there, but he seemed so old when I was.
Wasn't he one of the first picks in that expansion draft? Like the Marlins, I think.
Yep. Yeah, knuckleball.
Mike Hargrove, a former manager or a future manager. Are we another Dodger? Is that Marshall?
Sosha.
Sosha. Ah, that's my
This
bad.
is like 5 future managers in here.
Yeah. All right, we got another Cardinal.
Gary Templeton. George Hendrick.
Hendrick.
Templeton was already gone by
All right,
then.
there's a Yankee there at the. Oh, we got a Met. Our first Met card in like multiple packs. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. What we got? It's definitely not Darryl Strawberry. Oh God. I don't know who that is. Junior Ortiz. I feel like there's a Junior Ortiz playing now.
I feel like there is too. It's very, very familiar.
Giant. My brain just broke with the backwards thing.
Jack
Clark. I'm just going to fly through these a little bit. John Stuper. That's how I feel right now. And
Storm Davis.
And we got our Yankee player, but there's a card in between. We got Ed Lynch and Andre Robertson. So pretty good though. Murphy, Schmidt, Ricky Henderson.
Silver Fox. I love this. You got a library card catalog. I've seen a couple people that have that. Those are great. I would love to get a card catalog.
I like that idea a lot.
It's a very time traveling thing.
All right. So
nobody knows what they are.
I will get those in the mail, sometime in the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah. So what did you want to go over?
The last thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about Bobby Witt and how Bobby Witt's crazy good. Right now, he's the runner-up for the MVP. He's got a lot of auto.
About Bobby Witt in the comments as well and how he would dominate the 80s.
Yes. Maybe. He's got a lot of rookies. So I thought Jeff and I could take a few minutes here and just talk about ones we like.
Yeah, he's got a lot of rookies, almost too many to even be bearable. So I think are we gonna concentrate more on the autographs? Yeah,
let's just talk about the autos if we could. Respected Leaf, thanks for joining us appreciate that. Oh boy. Oh, sorry, Jeff, I had the same one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where are we on Riley Green cards? We're not in a good place. Put it that way. So Bobby Witt has a ton of cards. We know about the whole silver pack thing that Topps forgot to put his Topps Chrome in the packs. Seems like it would be obvious to put the cards in the packs, but sometimes, Jeff, it just doesn't get done.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
So his Topps Chrome situation is a bit muddled. He also has 2 Sapphire cards.
Yes.
Which is where I want to start talking about. So he has a Sapphire, like out of base Sapphire, where he's playing defense, I think. Or maybe he's running the bases. Yeah, he's kind of squatted down. I'll pull up an image right now. And then he has the update Sapphire, which matches his flagship update. So of those 2 cards, Jeff, which one do you think would be the Sapphire to get? If you wanted to go for like a Sapphire Gold, which one would you go after?
Well, typically you'd like to go after the first, but I love the idea that it matches the image in the regular Chrome set. That's appealing, and I feel like that will have longer term appeal, and especially if he's hitting.
Agreed. Hold on. So this is, here we go. Yeah. So let's start with Bobby Witt here. This is the first. So his Sapphire actually came out before his Topps Chrome card. So this is the first Sapphire one out of the main Sapphire base set, regular set, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
So people got excited about this card at first. Like, oh, this is his first Chrome. Awesome. It's kind of a cool image, playing defense, good squat form. But like everything that Jeff just said, I basically agree with that. When Sapphire Update came out, which is a set they don't need to make, but they're never going to stop making sets.
Yeah.
But once this set came out, the update with the same image as his flagship update and the same image as Topps Chrome update, I feel like that fielding image is, I think that one's going to be forgotten, Jeff.
Yeah, it's just kind of forgotten. Exactly.
Yeah. But that leads us into what I personally think are Bobby Witt's best rookie autographs. And these are super high end. Jeff and I can't fish in these waters either. But if you're looking to put a whole bunch of money into Bobby Witt, and I'm not saying do this or don't do this, but this would be the autograph I think that you go after. It's the Sapphire Update. There is an orange to 25, a purple to 10, a red to 5, and a super. And that's it.
Right. So there's 41 of that image autographed.
And they're all on card, no stickers. And a guy at Trade Night, if you remember, Jeff, had the purple.
Yeah. What was he asking on it? Did we even find out?
I think it was just out to show off.
Yeah.
I don't think there was really any intention to move it.
Yeah. Abel says he pulled the update Sapphire in his latest rookie card explosion box. So I hope you told Filmington. That's great.
The auto or the base?
I'm guessing the auto. I'm guessing the base. Sorry.
If you pulled the auto, I would expect that to be in all caps, whatever he wrote in the comments there. But I would have to say, and Jeff, you can tell me what you think. This is the number one Bobby Witt auto out there.
I agree. We're getting somebody in the comments, Bard, saying his best auto is Dynasty. But you've got a lot of different images in Dynasty by then. That's the tough part.
Is an excellent. I do like the Dynasty cards.
Me too.
I don't have any. Full disclosure. I mean, I should, but I just don't. And I wonder who said that?
Bard.
How many Dynasty autos does he have? Just out of curiosity. I'm guessing it's more than 41. I'm totally fine. If you want to go all in on his Dynasty rookies, I'm not going to argue with you. I think they're beautiful. I'm looking at a couple right now on eBay. The patches look great.
Yeah. How many different images does he have? At 1 year it was 5, then it became 9.
Yeah, and Soto I think has 6.
10, but
yeah. But yeah, I mean, look at this card is gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I am always going to be annoyed by the verbiage on the back, you know.
Hate it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This relic contained in this card is not from any specific game, event, or season. So yeah, it's cool. It's a City Connect jersey, but did he actually play a game in this?
Did he ever actually wear it? They're not
Yeah.
even they're worn.
Yeah. But you're right. This is a very cool looking card. And I would absolutely say this is one of his 5 best. It's certainly in that. It's just, I think there's fewer collectors maybe that are into Dynasty.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's different images and then they have supers out of 5 and out of 10. Is that right, Jeff?
Yes. And Bard, I mean, this is the discussion that we've been having for the last 5 years. If you've been following what we've been talking about, I really thought this would happen as well. Teapot's still banking on it and maybe it will when Topps gets the licenses, but it hasn't really went that way so far.
But I also think the opposite could happen. Like once Topps gets the full license, like they already released that Bowman University set. So those are basically, the first prospect autos of these college players, which is kind of the equivalent of a first Bowman Chrome auto in baseball. So those could overtake RPAs.
That's true.
In the other sports. Like we don't know what's going to shake out yet. Odds are, I think the baseball market honestly is set. First Bowman Chrome autos are just going to win. They're just always going to win.
Agreed.
We are a stubborn bunch, us baseball card collectors, Jeff. We don't change our minds very easily.
And respected Leaf, this is a nice thought, but I don't think it's going to happen. Scaling.
I don't think Topps is going to scale back a damn thing.
No, not as long as they're selling.
No, they're pumping that unlicensed Topps Chrome basketball set so hard right now, Jeff.
Oh, they sure are.
So hard. Yeah. But I mean, when do they get that license? When's the first Topps Chrome Giannis card with an on-card auto and the logo? How many years? Is it next year?
I'd say 25, 26, I believe, but I'm not really sure, and I'm not going to be buying it anyway. So,
okay. Plumberman says Topps usually says game and then the legal jargon on the back if it's game worn. But I don't know. I think you just have to go by what looks cool. I don't know if I would, unless the patch has dirt on it. And then even then, as Jeff and I have talked about this privately, like who knows? Some guy at Topps, if they're smart and they want to make a card extra special, just pick up some dirt, rub it on the patch,
or some grass, get a little grass stain.
Yeah.
And what I really like when Topps does, they just do it so infrequently, is they'll actually put the hologram on there, and then you can go and see what game it's from, everything about it. I wish they would do that. But
so do I. Jeff, there's a question in the comments about what does the Dynasty go for? Did I see that correctly?
Yeah, somebody was asking about that.
All right, give me a second. Dynasty Witt Auto. Let's see if any of these have sold. I'm hopping up over on Market Movers. Okay, the last August 8th, we have a Topps Dynasty Bobby Witt Jr. game patch, and numbered out of 10. So this is just what Dynasty would call their base card. $2,500 on August 8th. On July 22nd, one out of 5 went for $3,500. And a Superfractor, a 1 out of 1 in July went for $8,400. So these aren't going to be cheap, but they are actually, the Sapphires are more.
Yeah.
You know,
all right. Well, is that where do we get to his heritage?
I would say that's got to be the next one on the list
that we saw earlier, but I believe Ephesus that you showed.
Yes, I'm just looking for. I'm trying to see if there are any Sapphire autos that have actually sold, because those ask. Okay, the last Sapphire auto to sell was an orange, which is at a 25, and it's in a BGS slab, and it's sold for $6,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What's really crazy about that, Jeff, is a week earlier, a PSA 10 of the same card sold for $16,000.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So in that case, you buy that BGS all day long.
Yes. That's too much premium.
Yeah. I mean, there should be a premium, but not that much. All right, next up. Again, we're in that pretty high-end district here. This red ink is pretty great.
Yep. That's where I would probably try to park my money if I had it in Witt. We saw how good Ephesus looked. You get the on card. The red really pops with the white uniform, hand numbered. You got the classic design, the heritage, lineage. Great card.
And to give people some price knowledge on this, the last red ink auto sold 2 days ago. It was a PSA 9 for an even $3,000. And these don't sell much. A couple sold preseason, or one in May. A PSA 8.5 sold for $1,100. But I mean, these are all going to set you back. We'll try to get ideally some less expensive as we keep going. But we're just trying to sort of count down what we think are the best ones. So those are the top. What's that? Is that 3, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay. So next up, then we have to go to the base, the Topps Chrome. That's got to be the next one on the list. It's a weird defensive image, but if you can find a nice true blue like this one.
Is that the City Connect or something?
It's got to be, right? With that R, that cursive R.
Yeah. It's an alternate jersey, I guess.
The blue color match, though, is really nice. Whoops. Oh boy. What's happening? Yeah. So I like this card. It's not as good as the others. This is probably a pretty significant step down from those first 3.
Yeah.
But this one's still on card. It's still a big brand in Topps Chrome. I like it. Blue or gold, right?
Yeah, those ones. I wonder how many parallels there are. Like, are there lavas of these?
Yes.
They're like a teal
yes.
lava or something. So
yes.
Yeah, I guess I would just, if you're going this way, I would stick to the solid colors. I know they're probably going to be more expensive, but there's just so many that are just going to be lost to time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you look at the blue or the golds and you're like, oh man, like that's just really, really expensive. I don't want to spend that much money. I'll just get this cheaper one that's like a lava or a ray wave or something like that. And I think down the road, that card is just going to decrease in value. Whereas like the blue, I think it's worth the extra money.
Yeah. There's more collectors that prefer those parallels, that they'll prefer those borders. So if you need to get out of it, you'll have a much easier time doing that.
Ooh, Tyler Wood's got some nice Bobby Witts. He's talking about he has the Topps Chrome Gold PSA 10. And out of that, man, he has a 2023, the same one you have, Jeff, the Gold Cup.
Yeah, the Gold Cup. Love that.
Really nice card. Really nice card. But these are, when we talk about parallels, like you can't just I don't think you can just look at the numbering and assign a value. It's all about like the color and what the parallel is. And I'll give you a very specific example of Jeff and I doing this ourselves. At that Burbank card show, we looked at the base Shohei Ohtani Bowman Chrome rookie auto, the hitting image. I feel like I should just pull one up while I'm talking about it.
Yeah, and Bazooka Tom, this answers your question. This is what we're looking for. We're trying to figure out a way to get to one of these.
Yeah. So this, hold on, Bowman Chrome auto.
Jeff makes a good point. Lavas look cooler for a PC card and is cheaper.
Sure.
Anything, yeah. If you're for your PC, go for anything. Grade it with BGS, grade it with tag, get anything you like. It's just if you want to be sure that it holds value in case you need to sell it, you might want to be a little more discriminating.
And there's always, and Jeff, I agree with everything you said. There's always like a price point too. Like depending on what you can afford. Like if you're buying a $2,000 PC card and that's okay with you, then go for it. Because some of those like low numbered Rays and Lavas, they're going to be expensive. Yeah. But if you're, at that price point, I'm not buying anything unless I feel confident I'll be able to resell it at some point, barring a disaster.
Agreed. Yeah.
Okay. So Jeff and I, again, we were looking for this card, the Shohei Ohtani Bowman Chrome auto, and a PSA 10 of the base. As we said, this guy wanted $15,000 for it. And we know the base is short printed, so it's not, you can't quite look at multipliers the same way. There's no refractor version. So the next up, numbering wise, is blue, and the blue is absolutely gorgeous. It's a special card. I'm going to pull one up.
That year's design looks really good with blue, even if it's not a color match. It's not a color match like it is on the Acuna, for example, but it still is really striking.
This is a special card.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of thinking in our head, if we could choose between a PSA 10 of the base or a lower grade of this blue, Jeff, which one are we taking?
Taking the blue.
Yeah.
Give me a lower grade of that blue.
Yeah. Looks awesome.
Yeah.
However, what we ended up being presented with was this guy. Give me a second to pull one up. There might actually not be one on eBay right now.
No.
So what we found at the show, Jeff, tell them what we found while I look here.
All right. Well, we found this exact card, but it was in a green parallel. Now, green is numbered to 99, so it's rarer than the blue, which is numbered to 150. But historically, collectors haven't been attracted as much to the green cards, so their value isn't as high as you would think it would be if it only has 2/3 of the cards of a blue. So, Chris found one. Okay. So yes, specifically with this, it's very Christmassy, which I know was pointed out on Spitballing Cards when they were talking about this. So yes, this is what we ended up finding, essentially.
Yes, there was a gentleman had basically this exact card. Not this specific copy, but he had a PSA 9 of this card. And he actually wanted less than the PSA 10 of the base card. But still, we sat there like waffling on it because it's green. And it's weird to say stuff like this, Jeff, but the color does matter. And like this card looks very Christmassy. There's no way of getting around it. The green and the red, it's very Christmassy. So we're trying to think positive. We're like, well, there's no refractor. There's no out of 499. So maybe the green can be the equivalent of that. But we saw this on Friday, and it was there again on Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was there when we left on Saturday. And as far as I know, no one picked it up. I just think there's a weird thing in the hobby. They don't like greens. The hobby does not like green. No. So we ended up leaving it there.
We left it there. And so we held on to the cards that we brought in case, like Chris said, we had brought cards in case we had found the card that we wanted and could try to trade some and sell some to get to that number. But we did not, we didn't do it.
Yeah, we just couldn't do it. I mean, there's something about green too. They haven't existed as long. Blues go way back into the early 2000s. There's some history, but the greens are fairly recent. And they're just weird. I don't know why that is. But we couldn't talk ourselves into this, and we just waffled. Like, if we decide to sell this, we're going to have to talk someone else. If we have a hard time talking ourselves into it, then we don't want to try to talk someone else into it. So we left it there.
Yeah. Forbidden Donuts asking about the atomic. I'm sure it's a fortune.
So here's the thing. The hitting image does not have an atomic. The hitting image has the base, the blue, the green, the gold, the orange, the red.
Right. Not even a refractor out of 499.
The pitching image, which came out of the first Bowman release, that's got the atomic.
Yeah, that's true. Right.
Also no refractor, but there is an atomic in there. It might even be a black in that one. But this hitting image does not have a lot of copies. Even the base card only has, we don't know the exact number, but like if you look at the PSA pop report, there's way fewer bases that have been graded than you would expect. So this image is pretty short printed in general. So it is possible down the road, Jeff, we might look back at that green and be like, man, maybe that was a missed opportunity.
Well, we did talk about, that was one of the discussion points, that there's a lot of things, a lot of rules of thumb in the hobby that that don't apply to Ohtani. And is that another one that doesn't necessarily apply to him? I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, if he goes 50-50 this year, wins another MVP, looks great pitching over the winter, there's probably not going to be the lull in prices that there normally is just for about every other player in the offseason. So we may look back and think we should have went for it, but just couldn't do it.
Yeah, we just couldn't do it. And I don't know. I mean, right or wrong, whatever it ends up being. I did want to throw some interesting numbers out there. A blue Ohtani, this same card in a blue, a BGS 9.5, recently sold right after the show, actually, on Fanatics Collect / PWCC, whatever you want to call it, for $19,800. All right. So factor in your buyer fees or what have you. It's about $21,000 someone spent for blue BGS 9.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Numbered out of 150. The last green sale was a week earlier on eBay. More eyes, less fees. And numbered out of 99, same grade, sold for $16,600. So this is a really weird thing where we have the lower number card is less desirable.
Yeah.
By
a good chunk.
By a good chunk, by over $3,000, which is, oh boy, almost 20%.
Yeah.
It's just weird stuff like that. I feel like we all like, that's the kind of information that I think it's important to share. Like, before you see a green lava wave of Bobby Witt Jr. and you're like, oh man, it's numbered out of 99. I'm going to pay, whatever, half the gold or whatever because of the numbering. Like, don't just jump into that. It's not all about the numbering.
Forbidden Donut, are you talking about his rookie debut? Trying to figure out what?
No, he's referring to the Topps Chrome auto.
Yeah, but the batting image.
Yeah. The auto.
Oh yeah, the close where it's up close.
Yes.
Yeah, the image just isn't as good, I think. And that's another situation where usually the Topps Chrome trumps a Bowman Chrome.
Yes.
But
in terms of rookies,
he doesn't have Bowman first, and this image is more popular. They're more sought after.
Yes, and it's something actually that gets Jeff and I excited because usually the hobby just sort of follows trends, right? So Bowman, you want the first Bowman Chrome auto if you're prospecting, if you like prospect cards. If you don't, then you want the Topps Chrome rookie auto. But Shohei Ohtani changed that because the image is so much better.
Yeah.
This is, so the guy, I forget, was that Forbidden Donut?
Yeah.
Mentioned the Topps Chrome rookie auto.
Yeah.
And it's on, you would think, well, it's a hitting image, so people must go nuts for this, but they really don't.
No.
For whatever reason. I mean, the Bowman Chrome image is perfect. This one is just, maybe it's a little too close. Maybe it's a little too Adam's apple focused. I don't know.
Yeah. It doesn't have the same appeal. And like Chris said, it is kind of exciting that image makes a difference. Yeah.
That's something Jeff and I really like to see. But yeah, so to put this into context, what did we say that BGS 9.5 blue Jeff sold for $19,000 and change?
Yeah.
This is listed for $10,000 more, and it's a PSA 10. And I think it's been up for a little bit. I can check. Let me see what Market Movers here says about Topps Chrome Golds, because I would guess that's probably going to be a fairly close comp.
Forbidden Donut says there's a Chrome Gold for $14K on eBay now.
Ooh, what's the grade on that one? Okay. On August 26th, a gold BGS 9.5 sold for 14.4 on Heritage Auctions. And the week before, a gold BGS 9.5 sold on PWCC or Fanatics Collect for 15. Yeah, and the last PSA 10 sold in June for 23. So putting grading into the same mixer here, we can see that a Topps Chrome Gold BGS 9.5 is about $4,000 under a Bowman Chrome Blue BGS 9.5.
Which is crazy. Yeah.
I mean, show me any other player that exhibits that type of result. It's really interesting.
Yeah. I mean, in Cardaholics, it's personal preference, what's always going to sell, not what we think in the hobby is going to sell. Yeah. You just don't know. And will that trend stay that way? It's hard to say. So I like the idea of the image meaning something, and being the people liking an image is going to keep it more as a more important or valuable card.
I like that too, Jeff. I like the fact that people, maybe there's a slow shift away from just like, well, this is the Topps Chrome, so that's what we have to buy. Like we say the same thing about Aaron Judge, right?
Yeah.
All right, give me a second. I'm going to fuss around on the internet here.
All right, while you're doing that, LaRufa says, would you consider yourselves more collectors or investors, or in that happy medium where we find ourselves? I probably that medium, but what Chris and I learned, we are collectors at heart, but what we learned, especially as we started moving up from like $20 cards to $50 cards or $100 cards, we both have a much lower risk tolerance as the price increases. Because yeah, we collect cards we like, but we also don't want to see them go to zero. So we try to be a little bit more discerning that way. Of course, there's cards that we both collect, like in the trivia, as mentioned, I still collect Keston Hira cards, and I know there's probably not going to be a very big future market for that. But for the bigger cards that we spend more money on, we like there to be hopefully some sort of future value there. Yes,
we like to. I mean, I would say collectors first.
Mm-hmm.
Because we still I'm still picking up random Freddie Freeman stuff because I like, or Stadium Club autos, because I think the image is really cool. Or like it means something to the player, ideally, the team, or even to like me as a fan. All right, in fact, hold on real quick.
Leo says same for Judge, Auto, Bowman, and Topps. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. So someone else brought that up. We're going right into it. This is Aaron Judge's. I had it all queued up, and then I got distracted by my own nonsense. Where is it? We are here. Okay. This is Aaron Judge's Topps Chrome Gold Refractor rookie autograph.
Yeah. It's Topps Chrome flagship card.
If you were to say, without looking at anything, what Aaron Judge rookie auto, if you had a bottomless pit of money, you'd be like, get that Topps Chrome Gold auto.
Yeah.
But this is an ugly ass card, Jeff.
Yeah, it's one of the best hitters of our generation, and it's a fielding pose for one thing. Also, Chris's favorite thing to point out is crotch gate in the northeast corner.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't get it. Sometimes I do actually think Topps is trolling. Back then, where they were trolling collectors. Like again, this dude Aaron Judge mashes. He hits the ball really, really hard and really, really far. His flagship rookie. I mean, you can't tell me for sure he catches this ball. He does. I know. I've seen the video, but you can't. I mean, looking at this, what a shit image. Like I would be so mad. Like,
and conversely, it's not like his ability to hit came out of nowhere. He's a giant man, and that's what he was known for.
Yes. Conversely, Jeff, his Bowman Chrome rookie auto is this guy.
Look at that.
I mean, there's no more eye appeal. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. We have noticed that this Bowman Chrome rookie auto is ticking up. And I get that people wouldn't want it because technically speaking, his first Bowman Chrome autos were in 2013. So
even though they didn't say first, of course.
Yeah, they didn't say first, but those were his first. And then he's in random Bowman sets for all those years. So this is like his 5th year of a Bowman auto. But look at this card. This is fantastic. I don't like the Yankees at all, but this looks great with the pinstripes. I mean, he is just He's
Great
about to
design. You got
unload.
the logo in the corner, kind of fading. You got a full stance. He's about ready to uncoil on a pitch. Yeah, it's great, and it's so much better than the Topps Chrome, which you've converted another person, Chris, in the comments.
Yeah, purely aesthetics. This is, I think, Aaron Judge's best rookie auto. Like, I think it's beautiful. I really like it. I've never noticed the crotch. Sorry.
So will Image hold a premium going forward? I don't know. Like was pointed out, you don't know for sure. But as we're talking about spending more money or cashing in some of our collector focused cards on some of these other ones that are more expensive, you like to try to look at ones that you both enjoy and also feel like they might hold some value.
Yeah. And I think we talked about that with Juan Soto too. We were debating like that $11,000 sale of his Topps Chrome Update Gold Refractor auto. And that has a lot of going for it. It's Topps Chrome, it's gold, and it has the same image as his flagship card. So I mean, like that's great. But then they just slap that sticker on it, Jeff. But in that one, I think I'm always going to be outvoted. I think enough people are just going to be like, well, it's got the image, it's in the right set, it looks the right way. The hell with the sticker.
I just don't get it. I'm still not there. I'm still with you.
Plumberman, I appreciate you assuming there's another 25% of the show. I
the other 25% of the show is us trying to figure out the technical aspects of doing a podcast.
Yes, and Jeff trying to rein me in. Someone just mentioned Finest. Did I see that, Jeff?
Yes, Finest Judge Auto has a great image as well.
Okay. I'm glad that whoever said that, thank you for saying that.
Leo, who also brought up the Bowman top. So Leo obviously is well versed in his Judge rookies.
Good, as you should be, because yes, you are right. This is his Topps Finest. Well, I'm not going to click on that one. Yeah, and we're going to talk about another real quick. I will get to another. This is Aaron Judge's top. This is fantastic.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful card.
Yep, about to punish the ball there.
Yeah. The velocity on that bat, or the torque on that is pretty impressive. Similarly, in 2018 Finest, I don't really know what would qualify as a budget Ohtani rookie autograph at this point.
Yeah,
it's pretty much anything, whatever anyone feels comfortable buying. But his Finest, let me find a good picture here. Not the red, that's just obnoxious.
No, but as you're bringing up the Finest, there was one at Burbank at the shop in their new cards. They picked one up.
Yeah, I think they actually bought the one that there was one like floating around. So this is Shohei Ohtani's. Like this looks incredible. This is a gold refractor, but I mean, hitting image, like knee up.
Still got the old auto.
Yeah, I think this card is awesome, but it's just because it's Finest, it's probably a second, maybe even a third tier.
Agreed.
But if you're a collector and you can afford just a base auto in a low grade, I mean, this would be the one I would go after.
Yeah, and if you're a collector, Respected Leaf also says he bought the Clearly Authentic. He likes the image and it's fairly cheap. So yeah, there's ways to get access to some really cool cards.
Clearly Authentic has a lot going for it too. It's like you said, it's less expensive. It's kind of plasticky, which is some people like. You can see through it. It's got a cool look, and yeah, it's a hitting image.
Yep,
that's a really cool card. And on card, no stickers. So that's great. That makes I would take that over everything we saw in that case at the show, Jeff.
Yeah, for sure. And Forbidden Donut makes a great point about this Finest. It does, the helmet looks like a matte finish. It's really cool.
It does, especially when there's a color behind it. Yeah, there's a couple reds on eBay that are worth just looking at. I mean, don't accidentally click that, buy it now.
Hey, JML, we talked a little bit about Panini Baseball earlier when Chris and I saw a ton of Ohtani autos at the show. We're just not big fans of the unlicensed stuff. The one exception I would make for him is the Kanji auto, the upper deck one, which is really cool, even though it's not licensed.
There were two of those at the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Supposedly there was a 6-figure sale of one, but I couldn't confirm that, but there was a rumor of that going around the show.
I know one guy was asking for 300,000 on it or something.
Mike, Cardboard Showcase. By the way, if you guys are on Instagram, please go follow Cardboard Showcase. He's got some amazing stuff. And like us, he has an affinity for red ink autos. And yes, we love Ohtani's Heritage red ink autos. Full disclosure, we have one of the high number ones a low grade because we were like, this card looks incredible. I don't care what the grade. We have a BGS 8.5, which I'm absolutely thrilled with.
Yeah. So that we do prefer that one, but he's got him in multiple sets in 2018.
Let me pull up one of this is I'm not trying to pump a card that Jeff and I own. This is a nicer version of it. But this image, what I love about this image, and I think Jeff would agree, is that it's not anywhere else. It's just here. And you got a guy like waiting his turn to hit BP, just choosing like, I don't know what seat or what hot dog vendor he's going to drill with a ball that's 400 and some odd feet away. I love it. I think it's great. And the white with the red jersey and the red ink. Jeff, all this card's missing is decoy in the background.
Yeah. Did you bring it up?
Whoops. Sorry. I forgot to click the share tab.
Mango's asking if you were sobering up. Are you okay?
Those are two different questions.
Yeah, I love it. Forbidden Donut. Is there a backup card if you can't get the Bowman Chrome?
For us or that we would recommend?
I mean, for us, I feel like we just are trying to wait until we can save enough to get where it's.
Yeah, so that card, Jeff, with the bat, that's your high number Heritage Red Ink. And then this is the first Heritage Red Ink.
Yeah, so this is another one of those cases where even though this one is first, I do prefer the other one. They both came out in the same year, obviously, but this Heritage came first, but I prefer the high number. But we're I mean, this is a beggars can't be choosers scenario. Right.
If either were to be presented to us at a position where we could afford them, we would have grabbed them. But we had a pretty good deal on the Heritage Red Ink, the high number one. Was that last year? Like last spring, I think.
Yeah. Spring 2023, maybe.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. It was for sale at Burbank. And then someone beat us to the store and they must've paid cash because he posted it. I messaged him and he's like, sure, I'll sell it to you. So I think like we ended up paying the Burbank sticker price. So he must've sold it, gotten a pretty good cash deal. But that card, how much did I love that card? That cost me like 2 really nice Freddie Freemans, Jeff.
Yeah, just goes to show what you're willing to trade for something that, or sell for something that you really want. And that's kind of
Doc's cards. Thank you. I think I've looked at that card a lot. I was able to contemplate what exactly he's Cardboard Showcase. Do you have either of those? Or are you in the market for either of those? I didn't see any red ink Ohtani rookie autos for sale at the Burbank show. I did not. Yeah. I definitely would. We would have seen what that dealer was.
All right. Well, before we go, we had a couple questions here. Yeah. I think. Bazooka Tom says, "Who gets the cards if you guys get divorced?" And Doc
eBay
says, "Great question, Bazooka Tom. Is there a collection prenup?" We don't have a prenup. I never even thought about that. So
no, I don't either.
Yeah. Well, we like if we would decide to abandon the collection, we probably would just split it up. And we've had situations where Chris likes a card more than I do, and I'm not ready to sell it, or he's not ready to sell it, and we just buy the other one out and keep it for ourselves. So
yeah,
we have situations
that has happened.
Yeah.
M. Parsons with a not surprising take on this. Yeah, I would say honestly, we were probably just, if the time comes when it all has to go, I don't know, like we have to, one of us needs something, then yeah, it just all goes probably to a consignor, gets thrown up on eBay, if real life intervenes. Yeah. But as of right now, everything seems smooth. Let's not throw this divorce word around,
Yeah, the big D word. Oh man, don't let the cards hear that word.
The other big D word. But yeah, it is interesting actually. There have been a few times. So we in our attempts to get to this Ohtani we're trying to get to, we've yet to find. We did have a few, not arguments, but like discussions about what cards to sell, and we did disagree on a couple things about things one of us wants to keep, the other one doesn't. So we have to move on. It can be a little tough, but then again, like the best part about having a co-collector, and we talked about it before, is like two sets of eyes looking at stuff, 4 if I've been drinking, and we share risk.
Yeah, share risk, and then also it's a good sounding board. And there's times when I haven't thought, is that card really worth going after? And then Chris can tell me why he thinks it is, and it makes sense to me. So yeah, I feel like it's nice to have a collecting partner for sharing the risk, but also as that sounding board.
Yeah, and sometimes Jeff is up at like 5:30 in the morning, and I'm not, and has some time, and he's scrolling new eBay listings, and he sees things and I might be up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to see things that he wouldn't see. So sometimes it works out.
Yep. Yeah, and usually if
or we sell the cards and we buy a Blu-ray director's cut,
an autographed version.
Yeah. All right. Jeff, it's 8:20. Chicken chunks are calling my name.
For sure. Thank you for everybody who stayed with us despite the opening silence of the first 4 minutes of the show as Chris and I did the show to ourselves.
What's really funny about that, Jeff, is the countdown. We did a countdown for ourselves.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering if you're right. It was just the countdown was for ourselves. We discussed the music of the countdown. We played our theme song, and Right. But so anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate you asking all these questions, and hopefully we've given you some things to think about. If you missed the beginning, please give it a watch. Chris was offering some good insights. We had talked a lot about the Burbank show as well. So anything you want to add? Yeah,
we'll just say 2 things. Hit us up on Instagram if you ever want to talk cards, you have any questions, or you're just excited you bought something and you don't have anyone to share that excitement with. Jeff and I are here for this. That's a thing we love. We love seeing what you guys get fired up about. So please share that with us. And it's a holiday weekend. Call your parents, text your siblings. Shit, I haven't talked to my sister in like 2 weeks. That reminds me. Make a note.
That's not bad. 2 weeks considering a lot of people. Strained relationships. So kudos. Call her though. All right. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live in case we can't go live at our normal time, or if we have a PSA reveal, which we did drop a couple cards off. So we might get some cards back hopefully soon. And yes, thanks everybody for tuning in. Find us on Instagram, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Yep.
Thanks, everybody.
SSP Thursday next week.
Yes.